Okay, we are live. Welcome, everybody.
Yay.
Today we will continue our Conan campaign, where the PCs are currently involved in the rescue of some Aquilonian ladies.
Of negotiable affection.
That's a word. Before we begin, is anyone spending any points? Or is there any bookkeeping?
I'm going to spend 1 point in climbing.
Has your character done some climbing to warrant that?
Yes, he did. He did the climbing of the trees.
Alright, that's fair enough.
So, official word on the newly released Shields Up.
I have the book. I have not read it, but I'm good to use it. This campaign is certainly, one of those places where it would find good use.
Yeah, I was commenting. I think this party has the most shields of any of the other ones we've got.
How much of it have you read?
Well, I've skimmed most of it. I've got the general idea, but I did go ahead and add fast draw shield from it.
How does that work?
Well, it reduces the time to ready a shield by 1. Typically, most strap shields take 2 rounds, or the ready time is based on the DB, so it takes DB number of rounds to ready them. So it cut it in half. But that is also modified by shield min strength, which is an addition, and the min strength on most shields is really high, so chances are you would not have quite enough to cover it. And so I'd be doing that at a -4 in my case.
Okay, so fast drawing the shield is a penalty because of min strength.
Yeah.
Any other big changes?
The one other big change is if you don't meet the strength requirement of the shield, it is considered unbalanced, so you can't block and attack with it in the same round.
That makes sense.
Which I always thought kind of needed to be the case anyway.
Other than that, it's fairly normal.
Yeah, there's some other stuff like using a shield as cover instead of actively using it, which I don't know if that's an actual change or if it's just a logical progression.
I think
there's that. And there's some other stuff in there too.
We've done that for ranged attacks, I believe. Applied shields as cover, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know if that applies to melee attacks as well.
Well, it would, depending. Like I said, if you're using it as cover, I think it requires an all-out defense to use it as cover. I think that's how that worked. But you get a penalty equal to the DB to hit the guy.
If you're doing that, can you still block with it?
No. There are some conditions that will allow it, but generally speaking, no, you can't block with it when you're using it as cover. They've also got a little band chart thing in there where it tells you what DB covers what body parts. So I think it's split up into head, upper body, upper torso, lower torso, legs, or something like that. And based on the DB is the number of zones it covers.
Okay, cool.
Which is really just a logical thing, that if you've got a medium shield or larger, that it should cover everything except the head and lower body. So,
all right, well, we'll use that. But like I said, I haven't read it, so I don't know anything. You'll have to, provide all the details that you know of. Anyway, if there's no other spending of points or bookkeeping or anything like that, questions, then I'll give you the quick recap. Share the map. So, we left off, your characters had managed to assault this village and rescue the women, Dua and Treya. Where are their tokens? Oh, there they are. You did it under the cover of one of Apentius's spells, a thick fog mist, which descended on the village. You charged in, you did some killing, you got to the
We also
posts.
like monsters.
A shaman has appeared. He sacrificed one of the village warriors and produced 2 demons.
We also look like monsters.
Ah, that's correct. You do look like the monsters. You have a illusionary disguise. Let me just find the image. That is the demon which, or demons, which emerged from blood that was splattered onto the ground. And there's our shaman.
Yay.
Fun times. Fun times.
Okay.
Kurgan is way up near the north, and Apentius and Kudo are outside the village.
And Materius player is not present.
So, what we will do so that we can include Kurgan.
Is he gonna, him and Materius gonna spontaneously translocate?
Yes. No one saw that happen. No one saw that
It
happen
was
between
always like
episodes.
this. What are you talking about?
Well, that's not what I was thinking, but okay.
Materius just tagged out and said, "You're up, bro."
Well, I guess it has its good and bad points.
So how did you guys get in? You went in through the front gates or did you climb over the wall?
Yeah, so the Tildeer version is we attacked via a plot point during the during an eclipse, and Apentius did the fog thing that basically covered most of the village, and then the demon disguises. So we basically just walked in the front gate. Actually, you were the one that got them to open the front gate because you were magically disguised as a Pict. And basically we just ran down killing folk as we went, and grabbed the chicks, and now we're on our way out, sort of.
Due to darkness and such, the mist, at present there is a brief clearing of the mist, enough so that you can see the bad guys ahead of you.
Where is this clearing?
Well, it's cleared enough that you could see. It's still there.
Do we have any skill that would give us any knowledge or awareness of these Pict demons?
If you have Hidden Lord demons, then you're welcome to make a roll.
Yeah, nobody who's present's gonna have that. Poor Apentius doesn't know what's happening.
I'm sure he'd prefer to be here if he could.
Maybe.
Well, Kurgan, I mean, there is a, just to voice this, Kurgan could still be up close by the gate coming down, and Materius is just more hanging back, but he doesn't get heavily involved in the combat.
Realistically, there's no way he wouldn't be heavily involved in the combat, but never mind that part.
Well, or he is played as an NPC, or Apentius plays him.
Don't
Well,
worry.
that was going to be my suggestion, but we decided to castle, so you're castled.
This scene was shot on different days, and it just so happens that the actor for Materius was sick this day, and for continuity, they just subbed in Kurgan and hoped that no one would notice.
No, the continuity director got fired after this.
True that. I shall reset the round counter.
So I take it Berenike and Balder are carrying the women.
No, they are.
Apparently. Yeah,
We were.
We're about to drop them. Actually, I think we may have already dropped them.
I think we're already have dropped them, and also it was established they were passed
Unconscious.
out.
So I'm going to unskip some people, and unless Apentius is doing something particularly special,
He's gonna pull an Obi-Wan Kenobi. from A New Hope and come in, with the hood over, making weird monstrous noises,
Well,
cause the Picts to run away.
he could ride the dog into town.
What is a Pentius going to do?
Ride the dog
Well,
into town.
Pentius is, I think, at this point, going to want to try to at least get into within eye vision of the town to find out what's going on.
You're not going to coup de grace the people you knocked out?
No, that's not
yeah.
Pentius style.
How long will they be asleep for?
This is a good question. Let me find out.
All right. Well, while you find out, I will skip you for the purpose of this combat.
Oh, he's not going to get to do nothing.
He can do stuff. He can do stuff in between any turn. All right. So let's kick this off. The darkness penalty was -5.
Yeah, I think that's right.
And you could only see one hex in front of you clearly, and then each hex after that was a -1 vision penalty.
Except that it cleared.
Except that it cleared enough for this to take place.
Have we had any time to aim, or is this all happening at once?
This is all happening at once.
We got surprised with a cutscene.
Those Picts are going to be out for 6 hours.
Okay.
Well, they shan't bother you then.
Then you should have plenty of time to, whack them.
Can I at least have a arrow drawn at this point?
Sure.
Right. Baldur's going to take a single step in front of the fallen chick and be prepared to defend against, I guess that'd be like sort of a wait. If one of the critters comes within attack reach, he's going to smack him.
I was kind of leaning that direction myself. Yeah, we'll call that a wait. I will interpose myself, though. No, I can't do that. Never mind. I'll stand here.
Why
and
not?
wait.
Why not?
You can't move and wait.
Oh, well, then I guess I'm not waiting then.
He's gonna knock his arrow and start aiming.
I will allow you to move and wait. You could have done it as part of the cutscene.
Yeah, fair enough.
I didn't know you were left-handed.
Huh?
Very
Oh.
okay.
I told you I got the thing flipped.
Bah,
I really
make
should
him
go in there and
left-handed.
fix that.
No, make him left-handed. It makes him stand out. He's a little different.
He is not sinister.
Boulder and
Yep.
Kurgan, roll a d6. Highest losers.
You mean Baranake or Kurgan?
Oh, sorry, Bernie.
I think I'm gonna win.
Actually, I'll get all three of you to roll. I'll get Boulder and Kurgan to roll again.
It's kudos rolls Kurgan's.
Kudo is not present.
Okay, winners are
I know.
Bernie and Boulder.
Kudo didn't roll a second time.
Well, that's okay. Oh, sorry. Kudo.
Or
Or
Kurgan.
Kurgan. Roll again. Okay.
Shiny. Come get some. Outstanding.
I'm not sure if we've done fright checks for this at all. I don't think we did.
I don't think so. I just watched the end of it. I don't remember seeing a fright check in there.
All right, so these demons with speed and murderous intent charge Bernie and Boulder, growling and looking very murderous. I'll get fright checks from everyone. This is a combat situation, so you'll get your +5 or whatever it is.
Wow, I guess I failed
Well, only a little.
by 2. So I'd roll a fright check at -3 on the fright table at -3.
No, you
Well, yeah, this is.
+2.
Have we ever actually looked for the official rule on that?
No, why would it be +2? That's going to be
Because you didn't actually fail. I mean, you failed
Yeah,
because of you failed because of the
correct.
rule, not because of the actual amount. So technically, you would have made it by 3, or
Right.
Yeah.
So it should have been
Yes.
a roll
Yeah,
on the
minus
table
3.
at -3.
Yeah. I don't know if there's an official statement in that
Yes.
regard, but yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, I'm stunned. That's gonna suck.
well, at least it's only probably 1.
And it's coming
Hey,
up to your
Tom,
turn.
I don't have a great will check. I only got an 11.
The shaman will begin stepping back and will disappear in the mist. He'll be rattling his staff and chanting some words.
So is he effectively out, or
He is effectively out of the combat, unless you specifically go and try and hunt him down.
Right. So I am no longer stunned, and every second after this, or next round, I get to roll versus will to come out of it.
Right. I suppose I will step and just stab at it and see how it does. And I wasn't ready. Go ahead. I'll put a deceptive 1.
This is more for
Or seven.
my information than yours, but this will come into effect.
Great. They're going to have homogeneous or diffuse, probably diffuse, just because it's really irritating.
That could be unliving.
No, they have unliving.
Sweet.
I have struck him.
He's going to attempt to dodge, and oh my god, failed.
Yeah, how did he fail?
I'm not
Deceptive
used to
2.
Oh, deceptive, right. No,
I'm
it's
not used to
deceptive
that.
1. That's exceed by 0. Ah, ah, ah,
Fuck you.
ah, ah, ah.
I wasn't going to say
what is
anything.
the lighting penalty?
5.
Need-
Actually, is it 5 here, or we have light here? We got torches, braziers, something.
No, you didn't have any light here.
So -5.
It is -5 darkness. And as of next turn, the fog will return since the shaman misted away. His influence on the mist faded. So as of next turn, the mist penalties for -1 per hex after the first. That'll come into effect.
Whoosh!
Materia stabs the shaman, who is very surprised to stumble into him in the mist.
He's just going. Well, yes. This one is going to attempt to grapple, and that's on Bernie.
I'll stick my shield in his face.
This one will be doing the same.
Oh my gosh, something. So I am still technically stunned.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot retreat, and your defenses are at -4. I don't know, can you... Not that it's going to make a difference, but I don't know if you can do feverish
Why can't I do feverish?
when you're stunned.
Still
I
succeeds by 1.
don't know that there's a limitation like that. I don't remember seeing one.
Okay. Like I said, wouldn't have made a difference anyway. But we'll say you can.
Probably not unreasonable.
Just for... just so you know, these guys are not actually in the hex in front. They're in your hex. They're in close. We'll roll from Boulder.
Yeah, I was scanning through page 420 trying to see if that. I don't see anything that says about not being able to do stuff like that, right? Okay, we'll roll. Yay!
Well done.
But that's all I can do this turn, right?
Correct.
Ah,
It's very odd just to jump in here, but when Baldur's turn came up, when Baldur's turn came up, the map leaped to my character, Apentius, for some reason, and I heard the ring.
Yeah, it's because you got skipped.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Your
your turn came
characters-
up, and then it went to his.
You can actually turn off the option that moves the map to your character when it's your turn.
Okay.
I think it's called auto send a map or something like that.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, he said that they were in our hex, so yeah, okay. I am going to step back, and he is in that hex, and seeing as I had a brief moment of proper lighting, that is no longer applied, so I will not be doing anything fancy at all. In fact, I'm barely going to be able to hit him at all.
Do better.
Well, there's not a whole lot I can do about it.
Grow stronger.
I would need to have a skill of 21, but sometimes it works out.
Not necessarily. You just need to, spontaneously develop night vision.
Or that.
Do damage.
Wow. Okay. I bloody well will. Yeah. So, oh, I forgot my thing. Hang on.
Actually, I need to do something here.
Yes. You need
In
to
the event
die.
this actually applies.
I'm just going
I
to
expect it doesn't.
re-add these.
Oh, you bastard. It
it
was rolling on the
disappeared.
6th.
Is everybody else seeing
Error.
everybody
It's
else seeing the
'cause-
fog
it's
on their map? I'm not.
Oh, no, I don't think he put the fog on the map.
The fog is on the map, but it's only in the village.
No, it isn't.
I don't see no fog.
What?
Yeah, I'm looking at the live stream. I can see fog on the live stream.
Oh, yeah, on the live stream I see fog. Ah,
There
now
you
I
go.
Ah, now I see fog.
He forgot to share it, didn't he?
Yeah,
We'll
it
turn
was
it on.
visible to GM only.
That's not useful.
Okay, so you finally got it fixed then.
Yeah. I worked out how to
Okay.
do the masking.
I stabbed him. 5 points. Probably didn't do a damn thing.
Okay, impaling on unliving
×1.
×1.
I gotta do the thing.
Kurgan's gonna put away his bow and fast draw his knife. Can you do that?
Not in a single action. Putting away the weapon is probably like 2 rounds, I think.
Yeah, what do you mean by put away?
Well, I don't want to drop it. He wouldn't drop his bow. He would put it away. Hang
Yeah,
it up,
what-
holster it, whatever.
Okay, that's gonna take a few rounds.
Normally you would probably still hold on to your bow, but you can still fast draw your knife in your main hand.
If that's the case, then I'll swap. I'll move the bow to my left hand and fast draw my knife.
Now,
Well,
the
your
bow's
bow's
probably already
normally in your left hand.
You
Okay.
use your
I'll
dominant
pass.
hand to draw it.
True. All right, so I'll fast draw my knife.
Unless you're weird.
That's true. There are non-dominant hand shooters.
That's a
Isn't
free
it calm
action,
check you
right?
like that?
That's a
If
free
you
action, so
succeed.
you can still attack. Or you can still do
Well,
something.
Yeah, if you succeed, it's a free action. Because we've all seen that where you go, well, crap. I guess I'm going to
I
spin this
will-
round drawing.
So I'll take a giant step
Okay, that's a fatigue.
and I will try to stab the guy. Hell, thrust. What's better, cutting or thrusting?
Well, you don't really know.
Yeah, you don't know that they're unliving. That's meta.
-5, right?
Yeah.
Yes, unless you have some sort of night vision.
Does
No,
my
I think Kudo and Balder are the only ones with night vision.
does acute vision help?
Nope.
If it's
Tried
really
that
dark,
last time, he's slacker.
if it's really dark, no matter what acute vision you've got, it's still really dark.
Right, that's the wrong chart, isn't it?
You probably don't want to be thrusting. Probably want to be cutting with a knife. It will attempt to dodge. Missed by 1.
Wow.
At least my rolls are a little bit better this week.
They were fine last time.
I seem to recall they were really high.
Yeah, you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. That's why I thought they were fine.
That was perfect.
Do hit locations count for unliving?
Well, he doesn't know they're unliving, but no.
No, they don't.
The cutting isn't 1.5.
Cutting on unliving is still 1.5.
Okay, so I did fix that. There was something on there that was wrong. So
Right.
yeah, I
No,
fixed
that
it.
was the 1/3 versus 1/5 on unliving at the top.
For the piercing, small piercing.
So it should be minus 1.5. Wait, what is
Well,
it on here?
it has been fixed though.
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Good.
Did you put the damage on the right one? It was Pick Demon 1.
Oops, my bad. Okay, so this demon has two choices now. I'm going to roll.
He's going to eat them both.
I'm going to roll the fate dice.
And if it's negative, he
He's
attacks
stunned.
his buddy. No, he turns around and attacks and charges towards the shaman. That'd actually be pretty funny.
I don't know if I want to... Okay, I'm going to roll the fate dice. On a plus, it's he stays with his current target. On a minus, he changes.
On a neither,
Put a
he
blank.
hesitates.
On a blank, I don't need to reveal that now.
He would have stood there and done jumping jacks.
He hesitates.
Alright, so he's going to change target to Kurgan. This will be a grapple.
Most recent person to hit him.
Damn.
Can I parry his attempt?
You don't need to. He missed.
He
But
is
if I
in your
parry,
hex, though.
Can I hurt him?
Parry with a knife is at additional penalties. I don't remember what it is, but it's like minus
it's
1 or
minus
minus 2.
2.
It also means that you could break your knife.
Really? Large knife?
It depends on what you're parrying.
Because their strength becomes the weight of the weapon, and it becomes a parrying a heavy weapon issue, which could cause a knife to break. The women on the ground, helpless, so he's going to proceed to continue to attack Boulder.
Who is very large and is shouting at him very loudly.
Again, attempting a grapple.
I don't have penalties now.
Very close
Very close.
to a critical.
Oh, yeah. So are these guys SM0?
They are.
Raw!
Okay, he's going to attempt the dodge.
Oh, right. He's in the same hex as me, so I would have had to have shifted as well. That might hurt a little bit,
Ow.
That's going to hurt a lot.
because that's cutting.
You're better off for this.
Yes, we fight demons all the time up north. That's 22 points of damage. Well, I didn't think of any DR that they have.
He's a major wound. Let me see if he has to roll.
He needs to roll an 18 on the major wound and melt into a little puddle.
I'm not sure if unliving have to make major wound. I think they still do.
Yeah. As far as I know, they do.
Yeah, as far as I know, they still do. I ran into that problem when I ran a zombie thing a long time ago. It's like if it doesn't specifically say this being GURPS, then typically they have to.
They do have high
Trying to-
pain, though.
Trying to remember what it is that you need so they don't have to make that roll. I don't know what it'd be.
I knew it at one point.
It's not
Because of the zombie
Indomitable,
thing.
because Indomitable is
No,
I just can't be intimidated.
it's I know they talk about it in GURPS Zombies. Okay, so demon number 1 is Cohex with Kurgan, which means I am in his side. So I shall telegraph. And I'm also striking into close combat, so I have that penalty.
That's -2.
And I am gonna go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna try it. God help me. Should I all out? That seems like it's pushing it. I'm not gonna all out. All right, here we go. That is gonna be torso, blah blah blah, in the telegraphed darkness. Yeah, still not great. All right, well, here we go. Ooh, okay. All right, well, he's at no additional penalties.
Doesn't help him.
And here we go. That's better. Now, do they have no vitals?
I believe that's a part of unliving.
Nope. It is not. You have to actually have injury tolerance, no vitals.
I
I'll
thought
double
the
check.
unliving meta trait includes that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it did, but
Since you rolled a 1, we actually have to check.
Unliving. It doesn't say anything about not having any vitals. Your body is not composed of living flesh. You take reduced damage from piercing and impaling, but are not quite as resilient as if you were homogeneous. See injury to unliving, homogeneous, and diffuse targets, page 380. It's mainly for machines or corporeal undead.
Okay, so then they do have vitals.
all right then.
So that became more.
Yeah, that'll be times 3
9
then.
times 3. Ooh.
Minus DR.
All right, that's a death roll. Actually, no, it's not a
Yay.
death roll,
The three of you, have caught up to me.
but that is a major wound roll at minus
minus
2.
1. Is
Right.
it minus 2?
He's got high pain threshold.
Yeah, I thought that was plus 4.
It's minus 5 plus 3.
Yep. Okay, so it's plus 3. I thought it was.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's done. Okay.
That's a success. Shakes it off.
Okay, Kurgan steps back away and swings at it.
Chicken.
You want to move the Pict Demon into that hex fully?
Tactically, it makes sense for him to
a flank,
retreat.
too. He's now flanked.
Well, he was.
So he's going to retreating dodge.
Not that it does anything in this case.
Yeah, but he was in my hex, so me stepping back, he's still in my hex, right?
That will be a successful dodge
Oh,
with
that's
the
right.
retreat.
He's retreating. Got it.
Oh, right. God, I hate that.
Not when you do it.
I don't typically do that.
Do what? Retreat?
No. Don't put the mods on the dodge roll so it looks like
Oh,
a
yeah.
success.
All right. The most logical target is going to be Bernie.
Well, I don't know. That means he's got to put his back or his side to the other guy.
Yeah, but if he goes for the other guy, he's doing exactly the same or worse. And he has to move and attack. So Bernie's it. Again, another grapple.
He just wants to eat you, dude.
Actually,
Relax.
no, I want to do this.
No.
All he wants to do is all
he just goes
all they
for
want to
it.
do is eat your brains.
Well, one would say he's staying on me.
That's a hit.
Okay. Let's see. I am actually going to retreat and block. And where is that?
Plus 1. Retreat block is plus 1.
I just had to find where I put that.
Gotcha.
Donk! Dare you to grab the shield rim. Cut your fingers off.
Oh, wait a sec. My bad. He may not have been able to attack.
Oh. He's fine.
Did the other Pict Demon need it to roll?
No. He's going to attack. Again, the grapple.
Damn, I tried to fail that one.
Need to start
So
doing some deceptive.
He's now in that one. Raw! Tried to fail that one too.
Stop that.
You hurt him a lot last time, so he's going to retreat.
Roll an 18. Oh, that's even better. Well, not better, but
Do you damage?
man, that could have been better.
Well, it might be enough.
See if you do vitals.
It's cutting. I can't do vitals.
That is a major wound, which he shakes off.
Okay. I feel like I missed something. We'll pretend we didn't. Okay. I am going to.
Miss.
Well, that is a very real possibility. Yeah, I'm just going to take a stab in the dark here. Nothing fancy, sadly. And not to be. And I am going to step back when I do it. Come on, come to Papa.
Is that a rear hex? Rear
Side
side
hex.
hex?
Side. He's at -2.
You will need to have a reach 1 weapon to attack.
You can slash. You can swing at reach 1 with a knife. You just can't thrust with it.
Swish.
Now, which one does he want?
Well, it's obvious, but I'm gonna roll this for both of them. Okay, so he will.
Point of order. Are they in the negatives? So do they have to make consciousness rolls?
They do.
Oh, look at that.
And off he goes.
Okay, so he will fall down.
Does he derez?
He begins to derez, yes, but yeah, there's a but.
Like
kind
the
of a
thing, he just remorphs.
Just a big butt. Yeah, that would really suck, by the way. I guess the Wendigo's kind of sucked in that way too. Kill him and you get ganked by the spirit.
Oh, did
He's
you get possessed by more than one spirit?
Speaking of, Kurgan. Did Kurgan get improvements?
yes.
They'll kick in after the fight.
Yeah, at the end of this fight, Kurgan's got some stuff happening because of his transformation.
Gonna have to put you guys down.
Well, we'll put him to work a little bit first.
This guy's really hurting. I think he's going to spring his special attack.
Uh-oh.
It won't work though.
Spew acid.
It wouldn't happen to be throw himself on my sword, would it?
No, that's not his special ability, unfortunately. Why is that not changing? Ignore the actual roll for this, but
That's a critical failure.
he opens his mouth and bugs begin to spew forth, piling up onto the ground. The bugs look like...
Nice.
I dislike this.
Oh, that actually is size modifier 1.
The bugs?
Yeah.
Swarm.
Oh, what? Oh,
How the hell do you do swarms in GURPS?
we've done that before.
Wouldn't the women be retreating or at least
They're
staying behind
unconscious.
Balder? Oh, they're unconscious. Okay.
All right, so this turn that happens. The swarm is not intelligent, so it's going to go for the nearest target. Not that you guys actually know that, but just so I can remember, I'm going to roll clockwise, beginning at doer, a d6.
Oh, it takes damage as if it's diffuse. Oh man.
All right, so unfortunately the bugs spew
Go back for
forth.
the monster.
No, they spew forth, like 1, 2 was doer, 3, 4 was boulder,
No,
5, 6
no.
was the other.
One needs to
Australia.
be him.
No, the bugs don't do that. They're not that stupid. So they will spew forth and pile up on the ground in front of the demon, and then as they begin to disperse, they're heading towards Dua, and they're beginning to sort of crawl all over her body. So that happens. I will target Dua.
When it's the bug's turn, right?
Yeah, I'll do that when it's Bug's turn, which is now.
Okay.
They can react that fast. They get a turn this round.
Well, yeah, they're quite fast. They actually have a decent move. So they will swarm over her body, and you'll see that they'll start, with these massive, toothy mandibles begin tearing at her flesh. So you start seeing, blood begin to flow from these, million cut small wounds.
Yeah, but it doesn't help if they're already on top of her. I don't want to smash it on her. Okay.
Well, probably got to kill the demon first anyway.
Or swoop in, grab her, and try to shake things off as you run away with her.
No, I'm not going to be grabbing her. If anything, I'm going to, snatch her and toss her. But that would just be with one hand, and I'm not strong enough to carry it any further than that. Let's see here. So they're not there. They're
will
on
get-
top of.
I will
Do
get
a-
another fright check, but I'm only crit hunting in this case.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not there. They're actually in Dua's hex.
Well,
Okay,
they're like mostly in, because of size modifier, they're mostly in her hex, but there's still some in front.
Okay, so Balder doesn't know anything about demons, so he is going to be operating on the presumption that if I kill the demon, the bugs will go away. So he's going to step forward, probably stomping on some of them, and smack the demon.
All right, so you will hear crunching under boot as you step forward.
Does that count as stomping?
No, because it's not an attack. The demon will attempt to dodge. I'll have to actually roll from the combat tracker this time.
Where is
Well, this may change it a little bit since now he is on top of the bugs and they're not very smart. They may change target.
where is the size mod coming from
The
For the
size of the
swarm?
swarm?
for the swarm? Yeah, I don't see where size mod comes into effect on that. Is that a Dungeon Fantasy thing?
That's Dungeon Fantasy.
That was crap damage.
The size mod is the size of the swarm.
Right, but you can't have a swarm that's
Well, for
bigger
example,
than a
a
hex.
swarm of zombies is, well, a swarm of fleas is a lot smaller than a swarm of rats. I don't know. These are stats pulled from Dungeon Fantasy, so
Yeah, which one?
Want to say monsters? I think it just
I did dig that up
I
somewhere.
think it just means it's easier for you to hit.
Well, you don't have to make a hit roll for swarms. That's kind of why I asked.
I think you still do.
Nope.
In any case,
Swarm attack hits automatically, and then attacking a swarm, any attack against a swarm hits automatically. Paid 461. In any case, I apparently hit him in the arm or the shoulders. The shoulders. Shoulder.
that's not going to be enough to. I see. That's different crippling rules.
So that's going to
So,
be
health
any injury
divided by
over a hit point.
3. So
4. That's an extremity, so it's 4, right? Well, it is shoulders, so 3 makes sense.
so that's still gonna be 1, 2. No, it's not over. It's exact. So does not cripple the shoulder or the arm.
Well, he's still going to take 10 points of damage.
Okay. The bugs.
Don't get to go
Okay.
yet.
Oh, okay.
I am going to do a move ending in a crouch in or at Treya's hex, and I am going to be reaching for her. And rather than take darkness issues, I will deal with that next turn. So I'm in the process of dragging Treya away from the bugs, so it'll take me a few rounds to do that.
Okay.
Kurgan will do a giant step and he will attack.
Could you
Pict
get
Demon
in
2.
here with your giant step?
Yeah, 1, 2.
Yeah,
No,
get
he wouldn't
behind
be
it.
able to get there.
No,
Well, then
that's
use
3
heroic
hexes.
charge.
Eh.
It's the same.
Well, it
thing.
won't matter. Actually,
Actually, yeah,
no.
let me do that. I'll do because he can't defend, right? If I'm behind him.
No, that you will have started in his side hex, not his rear hex, so it won't.
Yeah, but if you're there,
it won't change it either way.
His potential retreat avenues are lessened.
And it's still
Well,
class
that's
1
true.
fatigue, whether it's heroic charge or giant step.
True.
Right. What's up with that arrow? Well, you moved.
And I missed.
You should telegraph. This guy's pretty messed up, so he's going to be
Okay,
half move and
telegraph.
dodge.
Telegraph, I hit.
No, you didn't. Telling you for next time. Okay, so now
Consciousness for him.
Pict 1. As he begins to de-res, these bugs begin to spew forth from the wounds in its body and its mouth and every orifice on this this demon.
This is an
Yeah, that
unfortunate
figures.
spell. I don't like these monsters at all. Oh, look, I'm getting errors. You're going to get eaten too, Berenike.
That's not going to be properly epic.
Nope.
Okay, I'm not finding anything about size mods on swarms.
Why are there two?
Because that's how many come out of them.
So in other words, when we kill this other demon, there'll be another swarm coming out.
This demon is going to...
Make a consciousness roll to see if he passes out, but not pass out.
Alright, he's going to attempt to grapple Kurgan and will succeed. You cannot retreat because you did a move and attack.
It says I can parry with my large knife.
Yeah, you're just going to be at a penalty.
What's the penalty?
2.
It should.
It's
It might
1.
already be calculated.
Penalty to parry with a knife is 1. -1, -1.
No, it's 2.
In any case, it should already be calculated as part of your thing from GCA.
Nope. GCA says parry -1, Daniel. So you're wrong. Wrong.
I haven't given up yet. Is large different?
Large is bigger than small.
Since I successfully parried, does that mean I get to try to hit him?
You do, but there is also a chance for breakage.
Where the hell was I getting -2?
I don't know. Where were you getting -2?
So you can just roll a hit.
Think it
-5?
caps at 9?
Yes, it's still at -5. I'm not sure if it is capped.
Well, I don't know. I
think it's just a normal roll at normal penalties like darkness.
I am telegraphing this attack, so -5.
You
You
so
can't
minus
telegraph
1.
it.
What?
You
This
can
attack you can't telegraph.
Oh, so just -5.
Yeah, it just applies the same penalties that you already had, I believe.
No. It's a straight roll.
By
don't
20?
think-
Really, dude?
I don't know what was going on. My modifiers didn't even
Uh-huh.
work correctly. So
We see how it is.
that was a success by 0.
By 20, apparently.
No, success by 0.
Well, do you damage?
That's going to be to the arm, probably.
Well, I'm not sure if it's to the arm because they're attempting to grapple both hands. So I think it's a body.
Okay. Dude, you did a cut. That's not going to apply to the hit locations for the night.
Either way, it was chest. So
All right, you will do some damage, but you have to roll a d6 because you're parrying something that is more than 3 times the weight of your weapon.
Is it?
Well, you take their strength as the weight of the weapon. On a 1 or a 2
Why
for a
is
normal
the dog
weapon.
doing this?
I get, because if I have my dog
Um,
selected, he's the one that rolls. But
No,
it's
it's
Kurgan
kind of
roll.
weird. Is you got Kurgan selected, but
In any case, it doesn't matter.
I think you're messing that up a little bit. I know what you're talking about, but this isn't. He's not slamming him. It's not a whole body thing.
You sure it's not a whole body?
Yeah, it's not a slam.
Otherwise,
He's
it's
just
1/10.
trying to grab him with his arms. His arms are just arms.
But then he's grabbing 2 arms. Does that mean he has to
No,
parry
it doesn't.
twice?
They don't say anything about that. So parrying an
that
arm.
seemed to be really a cheaty thing to do. Because it'd be like,
Not-
wait a minute.
Not really. When you think about it from a martial arts perspective, it makes
I'm
sense.
not thinking from a martial arts perspective. I'm thinking of a gaming perspective. If you have to make 2 defense rolls against somebody's single attack, that's cheating.
Oh, you mean if you had to make 2?
In any
Yeah.
case, parrying
You
his
could think about my parry attack maybe was I parried one arm into the other, so therefore blocking both arms.
I think it's still going to come into effect because you then take 1/10 of their strength.
No, that you're mixing up rules.
Well, there are a lot of rules to mix up.
It's not unusual, but
I don't think so.
yeah. No, this isn't a situation where you have to use the heavy weapons thing.
I looked it up just the other day for my face to face.
Oh, well.
My apologies. I'm going to look it up
Don't bother.
because I want to confirm for myself and potential listeners.
Too slow. Yeah.
Same is true for unarmed attacks from high strength. For the purpose of these rules, treat a punch, kick, bite, etc. as a weapon with an effective strength of 1/10 of the attacker's strength.
I stand partially correct.
Use his full strength if he made a slam, flying tackle, pounce, or shield rush. So you were wrong, Daniel.
All right,
No,
so that's
I
on
was
basic
wrong.
376.
I wasn't wrong. I was not fully
Wrong.
correct.
That means that's the same as being wrong.
All right, so
Only partly
his strength is going to mean
Strength isn't that high.
1/10. What's the weight of a large knife?
Large knife is 1. If their strength is 20, 1/10 of that is 2. That is not 3 times the weight.
Okay, that's fine. In any case, you didn't roll for a breakage. On a 1 or a 2, it would have broken. On a 1, if it was a fine weapon. Okay, moving on.
Well, now we've established that, so we can forget it next time.
So he
If their
did take.
strength was
He
30.
took 3 damage minus DR plus cutting, if that applies.
Done that.
Now it's the bugs.
The bugs will swarm completely over Treya.
Treya.
Sorry, Dua. And inflict
This is
some more
bad.
damage.
How much damage? Oh.
Ooh.
She's being disassembled right before your eyes.
Way to blow it, guys.
It's not our fault.
The nearest target is going to be Bernie.
Bye-bye, Bernie. We'll ensure that you, according to the rule or the stories, that you died heroically fighting a giant bug, not just a bug.
Well, it's not over yet.
What is Bernie's large area DR?
You know, we should bloody auto-calculate that.
His what?
Large area DR? The average of your DR. Because
Yeah,
that's how many
the-
turns you will be protected.
Yeah, mine's gonna suck for that because I don't have a lot of DR.
Well, then Dua and Treya might have DR1 for their just regular
Actually,
clothing.
it doesn't matter. I'm assuming your large area DR is more than 1.
Yes.
Alright, so it will provide protection for a certain amount of time. I'll do an effect for this.
Brain, where is that large area?
Oh,
400.
cool. By the way, that was kind of wrong with regards to when I said I was stomping there, and you said no, that doesn't count as stomping. On 461 under swarms, it says stomping does 1 hit point per turn to non-flying vermin and can be done while attacking with a weapon.
Is it considered a separate attack?
All it says is and can be done while attacking with a weapon. So I'm presuming it's just part of your move.
Alright, I'm good with that.
Yay! So Tombug 1 took a whole point of damage.
I think large area is almost always going to end up being half your torso DR. Does that round up?
I
Right,
think DR
I think
rounds
armor
down.
rounds up,
You guys actually have real armor.
quote unquote.
What's the DR on your torso?
3.
Unfortunately
Oh, I
for
thought it was higher
Bernie,
than that.
you are also the closest target for the second swarm. So you're getting extra swarmed. For the moment, your DR is protecting.
Right. So I'm there. So Balder is going to take a step over onto, so he's like not quite straddling or standing over Dua. He's going to stomp some of the bugs, while again unaware about the demon. So he's going to be smacking the demon in the hopes that once I kill this thing, these bugs will go away.
Well, we're not going to be in a... We'll be better off if it's dead anyway. On the other hand, it may produce more bugs.
Oh, it's apparently going to produce at least one more. So I guess the bug one takes another point of stompy damage.
2 damage.
Oh, right. So I'm also doing the wild, since I'm actually moving more than actually doing a step. I am trying to take that arm off. I might actually succeed this time.
So half plus 1 is going to be...
So that's 21 points of damage.
That will take it off.
Ha ha ha! He did not need that arm.
And that is sufficient to kill him.
And and Balder's gonna feel really successful until he starts seeing the more bugs coming out of it.
Large area DR is
Technically he was in the hex of Kurgan. Did you succeed by enough?
I thought Kurgan did a...
He couldn't retreat because
step.
he did a moving attack.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter. You succeeded by enough.
Yeah, by 4. What's the close combat thing?
-2.
Right.
Bernie,
Okay.
you have hold of Treya, but your bugs are swarming all over you.
Okay, so 2 things.
Stop, drop, roll.
I will be falling back away from Treya and taking the bugs with me. I will begin attacking the bugs, which the shield, I can use the bladed rim for cutting damage, which will do 2 HP.
Nope. Shield
Yes.
can crush flying creatures.
No, I'm using the rim cutting damage, 2 HP to diffuse.
Crushing does 2 HP to diffuse as well.
Yeah,
It would make
No,
more
no, I
sense
see
if
what-
you're
I
just
see what-
using your shield to go smack.
No, I see what he's doing. He's smashing it, and he's going to stomp on it.
No, I have a bladed rim.
Yeah?
On the shield. I can cut with it. But regardless. So I'm using the shield and stomping, and that's going to be 3 points to probably both swarms if they're both on me.
Yeah, that's actually that's an interesting question.
So
How does that
if
work?
2 swarms can occupy the same hex, then
I think I would probably split it up between them. Like one takes 2 and one takes 1.
I don't know why you would do that. They're more concentrated.
We'll go with the same damage to both. I'm not sure if that's
as long as
rules as written.
swarms, yeah, as long as swarms in this are not as frustrating as they are in Pathfinder. Oh my god!
So if this is a standard swarm, and I don't know that it is, like bees or something, it's got like 12 hit points. So it'll take 4 rounds to do that amount of damage and destroy the swarm. I've got 2 rounds of DR.
Well, seeing what happened with the other demon,
Get the girl.
I'm gonna,
Well,
I'm gonna
honestly,
try
that's
to
what I'm gonna.
run.
That's
I'm gonna go over to the girl and
what's
get
your
in the
strength?
process of picking her up. 11, or at least drag her. I'll grab and drag her
My god,
away.
why are you so weak?
Well, because I haven't gotten the benefits yet.
You're all so tiny.
So I'm gonna go over to Treya, and I'm gonna start trying to pull her away.
Right, well, you
You're just gonna
move
get
and
there.
grab.
To grab at this point. You're not gonna be moving yet.
Yeah, so move and grab.
Materius is stabbing the shaman again.
The bugs.
All right, so these bugs will continue on Treya.
Damn it.
Dua.
Sorry, Dua. Ouch.
Man.
Well, if she doesn't die outright, Apentius might be able to heal her.
Well, yeah, she did have clothes, so
Picts has no healing powers.
Did he not?
Kurgan can try to heal her once everything is done.
that's
and
not
over with.
gonna. No, you're not gonna be able to heal these some of these scars.
So these swarms will continue on Bernie, doing their thing. Your armor is continuing to protect.
Does Dua need to roll for staying alive?
Not yet.
Balder is going to be smushing bugs and stomping on them. So I guess 3 total points of damage, maybe.
Yeah.
You're within the swarm, so I should have been taking into account your DR. So how many turns? You've been 2 turns now in the swarm?
Yeah. That means I'm going to start taking crap because I've only got DR2. What's my equipment? Yeah, I have hardened leather on the arms, the groin, and the torso. Stupid bugs. We hates them.
So you're stomping.
Stomping and probably smushing with like the axe and such like that. So total of 3 points of damage, I think.
3 more points to the swarm as I smash and stomp furiously and curse stupid bug demons.
Gonna grab her and start pulling on her and try to get her away from the swarm. How far can I move her? 1 hex?
What? Hang on.
I think it's 1/3.
What is your strength?
So for the purpose of encumbrance, I think she's going to be 50 pounds.
Damn, why is she so skinny?
Well, he's only going to drag her.
I think it's 1/3. Her
Yeah, something like that.
So I can move her 3. So I can move her back 3.
If you're dragging, that's just how much encumbrance you are. So that sets what your move is.
All right, did we miss turns?
Yeah, you killed the Pict Demon too, which means another swarm's supposed to be coming out of them, right?
Nope.
Yes, but Bernie
did. He said he did 3 points of damage to both swarms again.
Okay.
Yeah, how much
Where
damage do these things take?
12.
No, Kurgan, you've
12.
had 2 turns. Did you have
No.
2 turns? Okay,
I
no.
moved away from
All
Pict
right.
Demon
No,
2.
it's all right.
Got over to the girl, grabbed her, and then I pulled her on the next turn. So
I was confused. All right, so
It happens.
Dua is going to take some more damage. And
yeah, she did. She took the 4 damage already.
right,
This
but
is another one.
Now, did you deal the damage to Tomb Bug and Tomb Bug 3?
Nope.
Because they're
They're
still
showing
healthy.
it's healthy.
And then
They've taken
Tomb Bug 1 should have taken
6
3 more
points.
points.
GM's trying to kill the ladies. We see how it is. What did they ever do to you?
Because this also, they should have, actually, Tomb Bug 1 and 2 should have taken now 6. Tomb
They've-
Bug 2
they've
and
taken
3
more than
should
that.
have taken at least 6 points of damage each. Because now it's been 2 turns for Berenike squashing and stomping the bugs.
But
And
they
Tomb
still
Bug
have
1
good.
has been
Damn.
stomped 1 hit point, 2 hit points, and now 3. So
okay.
5 hit points on
I'm
Tomb
all
Bug
good.
1.
So
Right.
No, 5.
Damn it.
That's irritating.
So as you expected,
I wasn't expecting it.
another set of bugs emerges from the corpse of the demon.
Great. They're gonna swarm me.
Um,
The biggest target right there.
well, you're in Dua's hex.
Around her and in her hex,
So
yeah.
for the purpose of this, they will
Attack both.
Damn it.
swarm that way. All right, so
don't think
damage
she's gonna make
from the bugs
I want to find this.
Oh,
I want to find this stupid shaman and feed him to the bugs.
Or maybe a wood chipper.
Dua is hurting bad.
When do we start taking damage?
The effects are there. Bugs D3, bugs
Yeah,
D3.
that's just like how long we've been in that hex.
Said DR turns of protection.
Not quite, but you will start taking damage soon.
Can you skip Kudo?
Kudo should be skipped. Okay, second lot of bugs on Dua and Boulder. That's better.
Right. So she is 50 pounds, you said, if you drag?
Yes.
And that puts me. Really? That doesn't seem right. Hold on. Yeah. So I can move up to, if I, grab her, I can move up to my regular, whatever my encumbered move is there.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So
I guess you could use extra effort to increase your strength by 2 for the purpose of doing that calculation.
Right.
let's see. So I don't know how well what that's going to do. Let's see. Will that automatically calculate? No, that's not going to automatically calculate. I'd have to figure it out what the extra effort thing is. That is a good idea, though.
Do you need to do that?
Well, I want to get me and her as far away from the bugs as possible.
Right. I'm assuming they're
'Cause
just going to come with you.
Yeah, but I don't know how fast they move. That's why I was wanting to look at the strength.
Can you actually move out of the hex?
Can I? Can I not?
Can I? Because if I can move out, I'm just going to bloody move out at this point.
Well, you can try.
I'm looking at the. Damn it! That's not what I wanted. Where's the? There it is. So I go from that. So that's gonna be. Yeah, it's still gonna be about the same distance. And in the process, can I stomp some of the bugs while doing this?
No.
Okay. Okay, so here's a question. Can I do extra effort to toss her in that direction as well? And so if the bugs swarm, they'll swarm me, not necessarily her.
Well, you
I guess you could
back toward them.
Yeah, you could let go and then move back if you've got enough movement.
Yeah, I can do it that way. But yep.
You probably don't want to toss her because I'm sure tossing her would do some damage, maybe.
Okay. Well, I'm
She's in
going
bad
to
shape as it is.
I'm going to attempt to leave the infested hexes here and go. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll call it that.
Actually, I think we've been doing that wrong. I think the swarm damage happens at the beginning of on your turn that you're in the hex. But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Well,
your armor is still protecting, so at this point it doesn't matter.
Okay. So I moved away, and I guess the actual hex that they're both in is that one.
I will just use the 1 to signify their hex until such time as they split.
Going to continue to pull Treya away.
I'll do the same for the other swarm. They will swarm over Boulder.
Who doesn't like this at all? This is not a glorious way to die.
And they will also swarm over Bernie. So that will mean that they do their damage. Your armor is still protecting.
Nope. Do not recommend.
Bugs.
What's that?
We're just griping. So here, bugs have some smushy action and some stompy action. So I guess that's 3 points to 1 and 4.
I think I'm supposed to be doing the damage to you at the beginning of your turn that you're in the hex.
Well, I'm in the hex.
So this will be the last turn that your armor protects.
Yay.
Then you
Okay.
smush and stomp.
Smush
Yep,
and stomp.
Have 3 points of damage at least.
So Toon Bug 1, 3 points. Toon Bug 4, 3 points.
I think it's going to be 3 points to 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Well, yes. It's my turn. Berenike is smashing and stomping. 3 more. 2, 2, and 3. Or is that 1 and 2?
No, I'm on 1 and 4. You were on 2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Man, 1 just finally shifted to fair.
Fortunately, they die at 0.
Well, it disperses at 0.
Since Kurgan knows he's going in the wrong direction where he wants to go, I'm going to start
He
pulling
can
her.
keep running.
No,
It'll be
I don't want.
fine.
No.
Well, the front gate is the other direction, so
Exactly. So I'm going to start circling.
I suppose we could ladder out the back, though.
Watch out for all the corpses that I left there last session.
All right, so the swarm move, but they're not doing damage this turn because it's happening at the beginning of your turn that you're in hex.
Here comes the pain. 4 still healthy? I thought 4 should have taken 3 points.
Yeah, Toon Bug 4 should have taken 3 points.
My bad.
Right, so I guess I start taking bug damage. I don't like bug damage. I need you to roll a 1 on the actual damage. So I regain hit points somehow.
2 points. No, DR does not protect this.
Yep, I figured. Now have some smashy and stompy action. So have 3 points to bug 1 and bug 4.
Right. Hit me.
Actually, I need to do some more damage for Boulder because you have the 2
Well,
swarms.
need is such a strong word.
And those 2 damages are for Bernie.
Yeah.
Well, at least in my case, this should be the last one. Well, maybe. I am making some assumptions. So that puts me, yeah. All right. Smash, stomp, smash, stomp. 3 more. Hopefully that's the last of it.
Not quite.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay. Boulder, you're smashing and stomping. You're going to take the damage.
Great. Yep. Smash, stomp. I
Right.
am in bad shape.
The Toonbug 1 swarm has been dispersed.
All right. Bring it. Roll low, goddammit.
There you go.
It's not low.
Gave you 1 of each.
Fuck.
Hey, you're down here with me.
All
This
right.
is the most
And
damage
yours-
I've taken. It's from the fucking bugs.
And you're stomping?
Yeah.
Stomping?
Yep.
All right. You managed to stomp them to death.
Not fast enough.
In your hex, there's just gore from splattered bugs.
Oh my god. I'm
Not
like
to mention mixed with your blood and bits of your flesh there as well.
1 point away from half move and dodge.
I am at half move and dodge.
Advanced tracker.
Right. I was looking for that.
Kurgan seeing Balder in pretty bad shape.
I don't know if you can see me because of the fog.
You can't.
Well, yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's at -6 to see him.
Would I have to roll perception -6?
Well, you can just assume that it's really hard to tell what's going on over there.
You probably see silhouettes occasionally moving.
Making a lot of noise.
Well,
Do I see enough to see that he's in pain or hurting or needs assistance?
I'm being swarmed by bugs.
Yeah, you could make that assumption without having to actually see it. But you can make out that he's, swarmed by bugs and he's splatting stuff.
I am going to leave Treya now here where she is, since I know she's safe. I'm gonna heroic charge into the swarm, stomping and smashing.
He's in the same hex with the swarm, so don't charge too hard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in there, start smacking the bugs and stomping on them.
You're talking about it. Apparently, I've got a Pict charging toward me.
I know. You don't know that guy.
But then he starts helping stomp at the bugs for you, so you better have some smarts.
No, there's a Pict running up to him, and he doesn't recognize him because you're still magically disguised.
That's funny. What does Boulder do?
So I do smack. So 3 points of damage to the tomb bugs.
Oh,
you would have to spend a fatigue.
I did spend a fatigue.
You should actually be on 3 fatigue because you've done 2. At least you did 2 things before.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down to. I've burnt 4 fatigue so far. This is my 4th fatigue.
All right, I just updated on the tracker.
Let's see here. I'm looking through my advantages and disadvantages and such like that.
So 3 points to tomb bug 4, please.
I'm very concerned that you might not get that far because I think I might have taken a swing at you.
I will get you because you can't just swing with impunity because there's another person in the hex. I will get you to make an attack roll.
At the bugs?
No, just an attack roll on a 9 or less. In your swinging at the bugs is an attack on Boulder.
The hell are you doing over there?
Sorry, no. If it's a miss, then you roll again on a 9 or less.
So still -5 penalty?
No. Oh, actually, yes, because you're trying not to hit him.
I'm able to. So I'm using my dagger, so it'd be -5 swinging. Okay.
Jeez.
All right. So
I
you
succeeded.
You avoid in your frantic slashing of bugs to hit Boulder.
And stomping a bug, so 3 points of damage.
All right. The stomping will dissipate the bugs. What does Bernie do?
Hey,
Sorry, not Bernie, Boulder.
Before you do that, can you actually roll the bugs again, as if see how much damage you would have inflicted? If it hadn't been smushed out. I want to see.
You want to see if it would have taken you down?
I want to see if it would have put me at least at 0 because I've got like 5 hit points left. I'd still had 2.
All right. Well.
Okay, so
Dua isn't dead.
With the mist and the fact that I was crawling and being swarmed by bugs, I'm not sure how much Balder would have actually seen Kurgan charging in there. He would have seen movement, and then there's a dude there. And if Kurgan was yelling, then he would have recognized the voice.
Yeah, I would have been like, I'm coming to help.
Because otherwise, he would have probably totally taken a swing at him and tried to cut him in half, which would, I must admit, have been kind of funny.
Let's do another IQ roll to confirm.
All right, so clearly the GM is trying to get you killed via Balder.
All right, you're probably about to strike at this Pict that seems to be in your face, and then it occurs to you that it is friendly.
This is totally not going to count.
Just about as you're about to hit, you like pull your punch just in time.
Yeah, that could have hurt a little bit.
That would have put me below 0 and knocked me out. So, jeez.
Yeah,
Balder hits really hard.
We need to collect the girls and get the hell out of here.
We need to stop the bleeding first, right? Are they bleeding? Or is Dua bleeding right now?
We are
He's
in the middle
bleeding,
of
yes.
a combat zone right now. We need to leave first and then do first aid.
Yeah, I'm
Dua
gonna
is
pick
covered
up
in
Dua.
blood.
But is she
So-
continuing to
so's
bleed?
Balder.
Yeah,
She
we're
will-
not stopping.
She'll bleed 1 point every minute unless she makes a health roll.
Yeah, if it takes us a minute to get clear of this, we're at half move and dodge.
I'm already at half move and dodge.
Yeah, I know. I don't think it'll still take that long. It's not that far.
All right, so collect the girls and we hastily retreat.
Yes.
Muttering and grumbling and complaining about these things in Nordheimer. Thinking
How
about-
far away is Kudo?
He's gonna
He's
be
really far
100
away.
yards or so.
No, it's more than that. He was way out
Actually, no, it'd be 150, because he was at 100 yards from the village, but we're like in the middle of the village, so 50 yards to the edge of it, I guess.
But
Yeah,
Apentius
very
did move
roughly.
closer. So you will vacate the village.
And if I see any torches, I am throwing them at frickin' no, wait, I have my hands full. We should burn some buildings.
Materius can do that. Materius is on torch duty.
Toss him in some of these frickin' huts.
Since Apentius hasn't made a roll, Apentius, can you give me a universe reaction roll?
Oh God,
I sure can.
that is an awesome time to roll that, dude.
Thank you, Apentius.
All right. So as you
Oh, you
vacate
weren't-
the,
was Paul? You weren't here when we had the crazy night, were you?
Was
I only missed one
No.
session, and then last Saturday you guys it was canceled, so I only missed the one session. But I remember Apentius critting multiple times.
Okay, never
you know,
mind,
the
never mind. You were
pointing
here.
arrow and
Yeah.
everything, and just
So once
almost
again,
was
he
like
rolls a
total death
17.
kill.
Once again, he rolls a 17, but this time it's a good 17.
It's the best kind.
all right. So you are making your escape from the village. You will on your way out encounter a few Picts that are sort of standing around. They get in your way, but you just
Who see monsters?
barrel through them, and they don't slow you up at all.
They might scatter because we look like monsters.
Some do, some take a wild swing, but are met with Boulder's axe as he charges past.
Well, more like stumbles or limps past.
Well,
But
more
yeah.
likely that Materius would stab them first anyway, because he is unhindered.
So you make your escape in very dramatic, cinematic fashion, and you will leave the Pict village behind, heading to where Apentius was. I assume that's your regroup spot.
Yeah,
I
we will
The
get to the
reason why I'm
rally
asking
point
how
and then
far
we will
away
do
Kudo
first
is,
aid.
is if I can try to whistle for him to come and meet me, I'll do that.
I
'Cause He's
will.
got the ultra hearing.
I will get people that are injured to make bleeding rolls because you're going to be over a minute before you can start any first
What's
aids
a
or
bleeding
anything.
roll?
So
100 yards.
you make a health roll -1 for every 5 points of damage you've taken. Successful roll means you don't bleed. Failed roll means you bleed 1 point. Wow. Dua doesn't bleed. If you
So
make
she stops bleeding.
no, you have to make 3 consecutive rolls, and you automatically stop bleeding. If you fail one of those rolls, then your bleeding starts again, and you have to try and make 3 consecutive rolls again. All right, so you will regroup.
What the hell happened to you guys?
Kurgan will start doing first aid on everybody that's injured.
Well, you can only,
Especially,
you
Dua-
can only
probably
do
Dua
first aid
first.
on one person at a time.
So I'll do
Dua.
Dua first.
All right, so Dua's going
Okay.
to have to make a second bleeding roll.
Well, if we're making bleeding rolls, it's too late for bandaging, so don't bother with that.
Well, the bandaging still works.
No. Bandaging has to be done within 1 minute. If we're
Well,
making bleeding
healing,
rolls,
no,
it is
this
past.
is-
But if
that's
it's
what-
bleeding, you would bandage that to stop the bleeding, wouldn't you?
Well,
Yeah,
remember,
but we can't get
I-
any points
No.
back for that.
The bandaging
Yes,
has
but-
to be done within 30 minutes. Or 10
No,
minutes, I
it's
think.
1 minute.
So we probably are within the 10-minute window.
1 minute.
Dua will succeed. So she's had 2 turns of not bleeding. Do you succeed your thing? So, okay. She will be stabilized.
And then she gets 1d back, right?
No, she just gets 1 back.
1 hit point back. Okay. All right.
No.
Balder, you're next.
Bandaging is 1 minute.
So Balder, roll again,
All
right?
right, so it just stops the bleeding then, but it doesn't recover any hit points.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. A later roll will prevent further HP loss. Yes.
Well, Boulder was next, so you don't need to make that 3rd roll, fortunately, because
I was checking.
Okay, Baranecki.
Well, I can I have first aid as well. I'm not as good at it, but if it's just binding wounds, or
I think Bernie's going to have to make 1 bleeding roll. Sorry, 2 bleeding rolls because of the first aid time, unless he's being first aided by someone else.
Well, I can do it myself.
I can try.
I got a 50-50.
I
Nope.
I made it worse.
I don't think it makes it worse.
Well, it doesn't make it any better.
All right.
Okay. That's 3.
Well,
Can I,
That's 3 for tonight.
I don't know what I should do with that.
So roll your health.
Can can a Pentious try a default?
You want to roll?
Okay.
13 too?
Just forget it. I will probably heal on my own.
Give me some bleeding rolls.
Well, in my defense, I was probably potentially being worked on when I made my attempt. No, that wouldn't have been the case. Yeah, you're gonna die.
wow.
You're gonna die.
Well, he took 2 hit points before I was able to heal him, so he's whatever. But he's not bleeding anymore.
Okay.
Damn.
So adjust your
that
current
sucks.
hit points and stuff.
Yeah, we are not.
Everyone
in
is
good shape.
stabilized.
I can now start using my esoteric medicine to try to actively heal them now, right?
That will
That
take
takes
Takes a while,
half an
and
hour.
we're in the middle of a combat zone.
Okay, but at least everybody stop. Not so we need to get to a safe spot. So we're heading home now, right?
we're headed to
in theory.
we're headed to ground.
But we're
First-
heading back to base, right?
First
Since we
steps
got the
first, but
girls.
yes, that our mission is effectively complete. Well, the primary part of the mission is complete. The returning part we have yet to take care of. But yes, you are generally correct.
So we need to get back to the canoes.
Right. I was like, wait a minute, what canoes? But I missed that session because I was not feeling well.
I'm also
Amusingly,
gonna
I
be-
almost picked up boating, but I didn't because it didn't make any sense for where he's from.
So also I'm going to be trying to cover our tracks. So using tracking skill to try to cover our tracks as we're heading out.
Okay, give me a tracking roll.
Nice.
And I think this is about the time that those disguises start to wear off, right?
That was going to be an hour, I believe.
But I seem to recall that by the time he was done with that, we only had like 20 minutes or something like that left.
Something like
Or
that, yeah.
something.
Has Kudo recovered any hip HPs since?
Nope.
Nope.
In fact,
And-
it got worse because he got
and
hit
you-
a couple more times.
You won't be able to first aid some hit point recovery unless you do it within a certain time. I think it's that half an hour.
So do we want to at least get about a half hour away and then I can start healing you
Yeah,
guys?
no,
up? Or-
That's not going to work. It's
No.
we're going to be sucking for a while until we can
Okay.
get back over the river because first, proper first aid, we're going to have to sit down and rest for a while and We're definitely behind enemy lines right now.
And you do know that they
were
all
doing drums.
They were drumming their war messages.
They also had scouts out from the village.
Oh yeah, there were scouts there. I'm gonna kill them.
You're at half move and half dodge. You're carrying probably one of the
So?
people.
Not once we get to that area. You
Well,
know,
that
put
may
it
be-
down and then just go smoosh, smoosh,
Is
smoosh.
Treya still unconscious or
There-
is she awake now?
They just fainted, so they're probably
They were
fine
asleep.
now.
Okay, well, Dua,
No, he
is
said
she...
they were like out 6 hours. Oh, the girls, yeah. Sorry.
Well, what about now Dua? Is she awake now or is she still out of it?
She's at -5. She's definitely messed up.
She's going to be out of it for at least 5 hours.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
how that works.
So Treya's awake, so at least we don't have to carry her. Someone has to carry Dua. I am actually going to see if I can convince Kudo to potentially carry a Pentius, so we don't have to be slowed down by him.
You're going to be slowed down by Boulder.
True, because he's
We're
ahead.
all slowed down.
Well, it
Gross.
depends.
I'm at half move now too.
So you can do, what's your encumbered
my-
move?
Honestly, if I'm not carrying anything but my stuff, my move is currently equivalent to a Pentius's move. His
Can I
normal move.
for Dua, can I scrounge up a makeshift rig so that we can help, basically make it easier to carry her or whatever?
We are
Not
in a
slow us
hurry.
down too much.
We do not have time to scrounge.
Okay.
All right, so at this point we need to work out how far you can move. So what is your encumbered move? Your lowest encumbered move?
3 for Pentious.
Oh wow, really? Okay, so if I'm carrying Dua,
I'm at 3.
1.
You
Can Kudo carry Dua?
No.
no.
Kudo is not trained to bear weights.
You
Strong
could
enough.
between two of you could carry Dua fairly effectively and still move.
So me and Materius can probably carry Dua between us, and
That
that's
would
be
work.
slowed down.
Well, you'd be slowed down, but not as badly.
And if Treya can help Balder, maybe by propping him up a little bit, that might speed him up.
He's mobile. I mean, if I am not carrying her, then my current move is higher than a Pentius's.
Okay,
it's
so
a 4.
Materius and Kurgan will carry Dua
All right, so
between the two of us.
your slowest encumbered
should be
move
good
is
for
going to be
3.
3. So that's base 30 miles per day.
How
The
much strength?
jungles was bad roads, bad terrain, which I think was 50%.
Yeah.
Actually, Kurgan's not going to be able to carry Dua because he's going to be doing the concealment.
Well, we can work that out.
Even if it's
Between
just
the
a
lot of us.
Pentius and Materius carrying, they can do that
And
together.
also, Kudo is the active character again. So if you type anything, it's going to say Kudo did it.
Okay, so, wow. Dense forest, jungle, mountains. No, this would be forest. So this is bad. So 50%. So you can do 15 miles a day
So, yeah, we can't make the river.
plus
We didn't
10%.
bring the boat. How far up did we bring the boats?
Oh, is that where you guys went across?
I thought you left them on the other side of the river because you were tracking.
How
So
would
Right,
you
that's
do
true.
that?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you swim across?
No, we
No,
took
we had
canoes from Fort Tuscelan
Yeah.
down to about Hawk Village. We then left the boats on the west side of the river, and we concealed them, and then we tracked the footprints to the to Wolf Village.
Okay. What time of day was it when we did the thing?
I think you were going to do that at late at night.
No,
But
that wouldn't
we
have
had
made any
the,
difference. We had an
But then
eclipse.
we had the eclipse, so we did it in the day.
Right, correct. I I don't recall. Roll the dice.
Now I can just split the difference, call it noon.
So 5 hours from 6 in the morning. So 11.
Not quite noon, but close.
A little before noon. Okay, fine. So that's how many hours we've got until sundown. And so we're not going to make it halfway back to the crossing, which is probably fine because we definitely need to bed down for a bit. We just need to get out of the security radius of this village.
Okay. So you did your tracking or counter tracking. Roll that, and it would appear that you have been. Oh, wait a sec. What is it to track a group? +5.
Remember, it was a contest. I don't know if all that applies.
I mean, I do have some modifiers to my tracking, like acute vision, so I can see my tracks better to cover them up, if that helps. So that'd be +2.
I don't know if that helps your tracking. I'm not sure if acute vision helps your tracking rolls.
It does if you're tracking footprints. Allows you to see them better.
Yeah, it's specific. My +3. It's +6 if following a group. Acute vision and discriminatory smell do apply normally, but that's just presuming you're in the process of tracking.
All right, so they get +6.
And how much is your acute vision, Kurgan?
+2.
So he would beat them by 1. So they may have a general idea in the direction that we were going, but may have lost it in a certain area, and then have to double back. And
All right, so at this point, they are not on your trail.
Also, before we get any further, you need to enhance Kurgan with his evil powers,
That's correct.
because you're going to turn evil, and we're going to have to put you down and keep your dog.
Well, I'm in the process of turning evil. I'm not evil yet. Give me some time. Is Materius evil yet?
He turned a little bit evil.
Oh man, I need to recover 1 hit point, and I'm no longer in the half move, half dodge.
Okay, so Kurgan, your strength will increase by 1.
Okay.
What was the other thing?
Didn't you write this down? What kind of GM are you? What a slacker.
And you get discriminatory smell.
Discriminatory smell. Okay.
And your dog is like looking at you like you're a little creepy.
And you're also getting hairy. You're having hair grow where you've never had hair grow before. And where you already have hair, it's becoming more shaggy.
So does he have the fur fur perk now?
Not yet,
Not yet.
but he's working on it.
Well, considering I haven't had a lot of time to really get clean, probably nobody's really noticing at this point.
Oh, we're noticing.
The way we'll handle your fleeing, we'll do this as a chase. But the chase rolls are going to be tracking.
Can I get
Aight.
Kudo to assist? Because Kudo can probably lay some false trails with maybe peeing on the trail and
Yeah, but they're not
you know,
tracking a dog, they're tracking a group of people.
exactly. So by him peeing on the trail, they may think, why are we following this trail? It smells like a wolf.
Well, they won't care about the wolf, they'll care about the footprints where the pee is.
And that's also what he could also step on the footprints and make them look like wolf prints.
The dog's not that smart.
No.
I have an 11 in tracking, so I can at least attempt to assist.
Yes, just let me load up the chase thingy.
May have to see if I can lay some traps in the way.
That's going to take a while. You have the trap skill?
Yes, I do.
The problem with traps is that basically that is a signal that you were there. Right now, we don't want to signal them that we were here.
I don't know. I think we could send Kurgan off by himself and, swing around and cause a distraction.
Now, you could actually do that.
Also send Materius with him since, we know they're both turning into monsters.
could have Kurgan just hang back while we keep going, and Kurgan could just start sniping people.
Kurgan's like, whoa, 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 hold on, I'm not keen on this.
Bad guys, not us, just for clarity.
Well, I am selfless.
So what is the time period going to be?
We'll do it in hour lots, because that's when you make your tracking rolls, every hour.
Okay.
That is not accurate in a jungle. In a jungle, or woodlands, you roll every 30 minutes.
All right. So every 30 minutes.
And
We'll
I
start
only
you at
know that
medium.
because I happen to have basic open at tracking.
All right. So we'll start at medium.
And we're just basically doing a move.
And I'm assuming that
More
you're
or
going
less,
to do
yeah.
a move. If
Yep,
you're
we're
going
gonna
to
use
if you're going to
mobility
like
escape.
set traps and stuff, then that would be
That's a bad
move and
idea.
attack.
Now we're going to do a mobility escape. Apentius is going to create a teleport circle. Yeah.
Traps could potentially
Well,
be a stunt.
actually, could Apentius do another fog?
Oh
what
boy.
I was just thinking is maybe he could disguise a rock as a person.
Well, I'd have
That
to
would be a stunt.
I could probably take time to do another circle, and yes, I could make that happen. We have the time.
Yeah. No, we really don't. But if we got to do the circle thing again, I think we just need to focus on move unless they start closing in on us.
Yeah. What can you cast immediately?
Without the circle.
Yeah, without the circle, let's see here. Hang on. Yeah, I could do another mist,
Yeah, but the
But that's
range
about
of the range of that.
but that's about it.
Well, we could save that for if we get into trouble. We could hit him with that. Okay, save that. Yeah, probably just move for the time being.
I wonder if any of the chase circumstances would be useful.
Probably not. I mean, I could see stunts. I could see. Yeah. I mean,
Well, let's roll
mobility
and see what the results are.
mobility would count here if that was something that we had available to us, but it isn't. I suppose you could consider the getting to the river to be a mobility thing.
So what was obstacle? Why did that roll twice?
Because it specifically states the first one is circumstance.
roll
Roll
twice.
twice. Use both.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. Yeah, I don't think.
Obstacle means you have to make anybody passing through that area has to make that check. And
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
don't.
you take a penalty.
I don't think those are going to apply. Now, you probably could come up with some things that would apply if we had planned it out ahead of time.
I'll roll in any case. It might prompt something interesting.
Right. So does Kurgan want Balder to actually assist on the tracking? Because since you have acute sight and discriminatory smell now, you're looking at +6 already on your tracking rolls. So you might not even need me to try to help.
So I got discriminatory smell. That gives me okay.
+4 on tracking. Yeah.
Wonder if that would apply in this case. You're not actually tracking.
Yeah.
You're not actually
I think,
tracking somebody. You're counter tracking.
but
Yeah,
I think
but I'm also
it'd
I'm
be like,
counter tracking our smells.
What does
So
it say in the counter tracking section of?
I don't know where that's at. I don't know where you
It's
see the
definitely
contract.
in
Actually,
the.
we can
It's
look
not
that
in
up.
tracking.
We can look that up since
It's
we now
not
have
in
that.
the tracking.
No, it's
Probably
it's definitely in
Dungeon Fantasy
Dungeon
thing?
Fantasy 16 definitely has it. Also, that whole tracking counter tracking makes things slower too, by the way. But both parties that are involved here should be covered by that.
Well, that would normally be the case, but he's also limited by how slowly we're moving.
Tracking.
So
Doubles your time.
Active countermeasures. DF 1628.
blah blah blah. Taking mundane precautions allows a traveler to turn tracking attempts against him into quick contests versus own tracking by reducing his daily speed by 10%. Ooh, and if the trackers lose, they suffer an effective critical failure.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Which you could just cover that by the
Wipe out.
chase.
Yeah.
So,
Make it happen. Too much dead space. I hate dead space.
All right. So if we're using 30 minutes as the base turn here, that gives us 16, 18 turns before dark.
okay.
So-
What's that? Discriminatory smell. Hide path spell inflicts a -8 on the tracker's roll.
Yeah, ignore that whole first part of that paragraph. It's not really relevant. It's only relevant up to that taking mundane precautions. Or after that, I presume.
Okay, so in terms of if you're counter tracking, you actually double the time that you're moving. So we'll take that as being like a stunt.
No, it only says 10%.
Oh, okay. Basic set it says double.
I think what I would do is you could pretty reasonably give us a quote unquote speed penalty.
That'll work.
taking
So if they're
mundane
not getting the
precautions
10%,
allows
we're
the
getting the
tracker to turn tracking
10%.
turns against him under a quick contest versus on tracking by reducing his daily speed by 10%. So I'm using quick contest to because I know we're being tracked. So
We'll do it as a stunt. Your counter tracking is a stunt. So for every -2 that you take on a tracking roll, they're at a -1 on their chase roll.
Okay, the stunt doesn't make sense in this case. Is the actual quote unquote chase roll here going to be tracking?
Yes.
That doesn't make any sense then, because that's basically making 2 tracking rolls instead of 1.
Well, that would be the same if you did a stunt. You do a
That's
driving
what I'm
roll
saying.
for your
The stunt
stunt
doesn't make sense. Right, but
because you resolve your maneuver and then you resolve the chase roll.
well, here's one interesting thing. I'm reading shadowing. The ability to follow another person. It says in the wilderness use tracking and stealth. So I could either use stealth. We could use stealth, or I use tracking to counter track. In other words, that would be kind of a stunt. Or we're using stealth to prevent us from being tracked.
How to abstract this easily?
whatever. Let's just move forward. Keep it simple.
So,
Tracking contest. Make it by 5. We win.
Yep. And you can add assists and complementary skills.
This first roll is just to clear any modifiers, so don't take it. Okay. Now I can start adding my modifiers.
Don't worry about modifiers.
Clean.
Because we're just going to do contest of tracking rolls.
Jeez, man.
All right, so no modifiers. You're
Oh,
going
no
to just do.
modifiers?
I'm assuming you're just going to do a move at this point.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do a contest of tracking. You may add a complementary skill, and that could come from anyone.
So that could be survival woodlands, maybe naturalist earth, tracking, stealth, camouflage.
Probably not camouflage, but stealth. You're welcome to use any one of those, and that will manifest in the appropriate manner. Stealth being sneaky, naturalist, picking parts through the. Actually, I don't know if naturalist would apply, but survival woodlands would certainly help.
What about like navigation land? Can I use that too? Survival woodlands.
If you have an accurate map, then yes, you could use navigation, but you don't have an accurate map of this area.
And is it? I'm using. So I use a assisting role. And then can someone else assist me too?
Yes, someone else can assist, and then you can do a complementary roll.
Can Kudo assist with stealth?
No.
Anybody else have any skills that may be able to assist me with the counter tracking rolls?
Not me. I think Phil can
Survival
assist with the
woodlands?
tracking, but he's not at his
I have survival
computer at the moment.
woodlands.
I'll accept
my
up to
stuff-
2
I don't know about
complementary
that.
skills.
So I know my stealth is 14, so that would be what I'd probably use the most.
All right, so give me your whatever complementary skill you want to use. And if someone else wants to make a similar complementary skill. So in this case, it has not worked. It's worked against you. So your tracking roll is going to be at -1.
Hey, Rigel.
Did anyone
do you
have
any complementary skills that might be able to help me with counter tracking? Because I can't
Survival
use
wilderness?
my acute vision or
Sorry,
discriminatory
not
smell at this
wilderness.
point.
Woodlands?
I've got survival woodlands, but it's only at a 10.
You have tracking at 11, though, right?
Yes.
Go with your highest skill.
Sure. Oh no, my highest skill is my axe.
If
Oh.
his tracking is only 11, I wouldn't bother
Nope,
with it. He's more likely to
Mess it up.
more
like I
likely
did.
to slow it down.
All right, so -2 on your tracking roll. Roll tracking.
So no change.
No change, and was it? We'll just make this an hour, just so we're not doing 16 rounds, whatever. So 8 rounds will get you to the river. I think that's what we worked out.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
something like that.
I think I'll just try to use my complementary skill of stealth, because that's my highest. And help me this time. That's +1.
Yep. Does someone else want to assist? If not, make your tracking roll.
Tried to fail. Whew.
That's missing a bunch of stuff, isn't it?
No, he's not allowing me the acute vision or discriminatory smell. It's a quick
That's
contest.
lame. That's
All right.
lame.
So no
But that's
change.
a failure by 1, so that is a change.
No,
No,
it's
it's
not.
no
It has to be 5 or more on
Oh,
the chase.
okay.
So that's 2 rounds. Next round.
Side note, we really need a quick contest thing for this rule set.
I have stealth at 12.
You're welcome
How is
to.
stealth? Yeah. Okay. And I barely succeeded, but I
So
succeeded.
you get +2
So
on
that's
this one.
success. So it'd be +2, so that's success by 4. Or is this now the next? Yeah, so success by 4.
Oh, that is a shift.
You will actually gain on them. So that was turn 3.
Right. We also need a turn counter on the chase thingy.
Well, I'm just updating
This is
the
now turn
round.
4.
Yeah.
So we're on turn 4.
So success by just regular tracking.
Yep.
Yep.
No change.
So no change. And
Round
5.
5 +2.
So this puts us at 4 o'clock. Dope.
No change. So round 6.
So that's 5 o'clock now.
5 o'clock.
No, so just base tracking. No change.
Damn it.
Round,
You can smell the river.
It's round 7 now.
So that would be
Yeah.
6. The sun is setting.
+2. No change. It's now round 7.
At this point, we can roll, but there's no way that they're going to catch you because
Well,
they're
let's
too far
continue
behind. But
because I want to make
do you
sure
roll?
that they don't get up to us. Just tracking. No change.
all right, so you will arrive at the river. You haven't seen Picts for a long time, and you can safely get across the river.
Are the canoes still there where we left them?
They are.
Yay.
By this point, Dewis should have woken up too, right?
She has woken up, yes.
So technically this is a mobility escape.
That works for me.
Yay. All right.
So
Oh,
that will
God.
allow you to. That'll allow you to cross the river.
I just remembered getting into the boats.
Over here, but you're still a long way from Tuscelan.
What do you mean getting into the boats? They're just canoes.
Getting into the canoes was a bit of an adventure.
None of us had boating.
Everybody was defaulting it.
Yeah, you know what's funny is the session before that, that session when I ended up missing, I was actually thinking I should get boating, and because hey, he's basically a Norseman. And then I remembered, Oh yeah, that territory is just snow and ice. There's no boating up there.
You could probably skate.
They're not boats, they're toboggans.
Okay, well, at the worst, we can all take maximum extra time getting into the boats. So
I think it was Dex -1.
With the extra time.
with the extra time,
You have plenty of time, so I'll only crit hunt. Crit hunting means someone's going for a swim. Okay. So you take as long as it needs to get into these canoes. Are you going to start canoeing upriver, or will you be just crossing the river straight?
oh,
We should go up.
yeah, I'm thinking we just go ahead and take him all the way up to Fort Tuscelan.
Is that going against the stream though?
That
Yeah,
is
but it's
going
not a
against
heavy
the
stream.
current,
Then we might just want to go across the river. And do
but
our-
it is 7
said it
o'clock at
wasn't-
night.
He said it wasn't all that big of a current. I seem to recall, and
Yes.
and we could
Okay.
probably go ahead and paddle through the night and not worry about.
Except for
Yeah,
the river
not worry about
monsters.
Well, if there are river monsters, we're kind of screwed anyway. We'll stay close to the side so we can get out if we have to.
Okay. So 10 miles. I can't remember. Was it 2 miles an hour?
Something like that. I think we had guessed a little too fast last time, but it should be something like that.
All right, so you'll do 2 miles an hour. So you're going to go right through the night. That's 5 hours. If you're going to go all the way to Tuscelan.
I say we push it and just get there.
Agreed.
All right, so you will arrive after midnight. So, like 1 in the morning, you will arrive at the fort. You will see the torches burning on the towers of the fort wall. Where's my edge? And since the fort is right on the river, your approach will be at least heard by the sentries.
If you want me to, I can make sure they're awake because I do have penetrating voice.
No, it's fine. They're awake.
No, I was mostly telling that to Daniel or Berenike.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably make sure they know we're friendlies.
Phoenix Cohort approaching.
Once you get into up
Wake
to the
up.
gate,
Lazy punks.
they will look down at you. One of them will toss one of the torches down, so it sort of lands at your feet, so they can get a good look at you. They'll see that you're all messed up, and
We could really use a healer.
I'm probably
Um,
like half carrying Dua.
they'll see you all messed up, so they're not going to be making any jokes, and they'll realize the seriousness of the matter.
But hey, we're coming back with the 2 women, so
The guy on the gate will call out, "Open the gate," and it'll be, quickly opened enough for you to sneak in, and then the gate is closed behind you. They will be saying, "What happened?"
This is what winning looks like.
we need
Oh.
healer.
The curtain's
Probably like
fine.
got Dua on piggyback. It's like need healer.
The infirmary, and the guy will point, but you guys know the direction.
Right.
Oh, right. Yeah. I also once again forgot this was our home base. Limping toward the infirmary.
So at this point in time, it's dark. There's no one in the infirmary. There's one guy on a bed who's coughing and suffering from one of the myriad diseases that frequent this area. I forget.
Yeah, let's
I should be
let's not
getting
go
you to
on that
roll
side
for
of the-
those.
Oh yeah, that's right. But we got over all our diseases.
You got over your current disease. That doesn't mean you get new ones or don't get new ones. So,
Well,
you stumble into the infirmary. You plonk Dua on one of the beds, and I guess those of you that are injured will take up another bed. and
Yeah, more or
chill.
less.
I'm gonna take
Um,
up 2 beds.
You go. One of you goes and summons the fort doctor.
Pentious can do that.
Kurgan can now start using his medicine to help, right?
You're not the doctor.
I'll have to cast this character.
That's true. We're probably going to see him a lot.
Who's going to be the doctor? I can't think of anyone right now.
David Tennant.
Yeah, I was just leaning that direction. Actually, I was.
As he said, the doctor. It's like David Tennant.
Then it should be
I was thinking 13.
what's the
With the
No.
attack eyebrows.
not Tenet, the one that's starring in Game of Thrones.
I don't know.
Oh,
I
Matt
don't
Smith.
watch it.
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. Should be Matt Smith because I can grab some clothing
That's
appropriate
true.
images.
That's cheating.
Hold
All right.
on. Where was the...
So the doctor will approach, and the doctor has a very distinctive feature of having white hair. He will step in and say, "What have you lads got yourselves into now?"
Yeah, we're all asleep now.
Pentious will try to explain what he saw, but I think Kurgan can probably do much
Yeah,
better.
Kurgan will explain the situation, what happened.
He'll look at Dua
There were
and
bugs.
he'll be sort of in like shock. He's never seen injuries like this where she's literally been
She's not the
eaten.
only one that's been, messed up like that.
He will begin to treat you. We can assume, unless you're doing anything special during the night, we'll assume that you will rest. You can make your health rolls to recover, and you will get an automatic extra point from the medical attention. Unfortunately, you've missed the window for first aid.
So, does the doctor do veterinary stuff, or is Kurgan gonna have to do
He's
that?
not a vet, and he
So Kurgan will have to
says,
help him.
"I'm sorry, I look after people, not animals. In fact, get your dog out of the infirmary. It's not a place for an animal. Get your dog out of my infirmary."
I will take Kudo away, and I will start tending to his wounds, giving him the attention that he needs.
So if you succeed your health roll, you can recover 2 hit points. If you succeed your vet roll and Kudo succeeds a health roll, then he can recover 2 points.
I can take extra time on the veterinary roll, right?
No,
No?
that's not like a standard skill roll thing. This is all day care.
I succeeded.
So at tech level 3, you only get the physician's bonus roll once a week.
Yeah, that sucks. Well, that means for me, it is going to take 14. That's
9 days for me.
5 days for me.
I'm no longer at half move, half dodge, but
Well, how long do you stay in the infirmary? How long do you want to stay out of action?
Well, Balder's going to be out longer than I will, so I'll probably stay for the duration just to be safe. I'm figuring Balder's going to start getting antsy before he gets to full health.
I will get health rolls from everyone that was wounded to see if you suffer any sort of infection.
Yeah, there's a GM right there.
Very fit gives you +2.
Very
I
fit.
don't know.
No, it doesn't. I don't think.
So you have fit and very fit. What does very fit give you?
Very fit.
yes, it gives +2.
Does it? Okay.
And you lose fatigue points at only half the normal rate.
Right. It's that it doesn't.
You don't recover.
You don't recover it any faster than fit.
Correct.
So how much does Kudo get back if I give him full day care? Is it just 1 hit point or 1d6?
he'll get 2 if he makes a successful health roll. So you'll have to make another health roll.
Right, but we only get the physician once a week or whatever it was. So
Yep.
And it's at the end of the week, as far
So
as
that's so we're only going to get 1 per day, excepting that first time.
All right. So your plan.
So we're going to be out of it for a week at least.
Plus, you're gonna have to report to the captain. You will. Although once it gets to him that there's multiples in the infirmary, he may come down here and visit.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's probably going to be the case.
So, on the following day, after you've arrived, you've got healed up, or your wounds have been tended to. I guess they've put some leeches on you and, packed your wounds with feces or whatever they do at Tech Level 3.
Foul smelling.
Herbal poultices.
Whatever it is, it's not good for you. The
Wait,
the
how is
governor?
Daniel? How is yours gonna? How are you gonna get out of here before me? We have the same number of hit point damage.
I don't think we did.
We're both down 9 right now.
Right, but I already marked down some.
So did I. I went up to 9.
You have more hit points than me.
You went
You
from
have
11
farther
to
to
9.
go. I only have 14 hit points. I don't have as far to go as you.
But you both have taken 9 points of damage.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, I have 5 left from where I am right now.
Yeah,
You have
Boulder
5
has
left
7
where
left.
you are?
I have 7 left. I'm looking at the tracker though. It's just like injury. I've taken 9. You've taken 9. So if we get 1 hit point a day, that's 9 days.
We got 2 to start with.
Yeah. Did you not already adjust this?
Yes.
Yeah. So did I.
So you both will be in the infirmary the same amount of time.
Yeah. 9 days.
I was looking at the wrong goddamn number.
Assuming that you stay that whole time, you might feel good enough to go back to duty before the 9 days. It's up to you.
Right.
In any case, the governor will arrive at the infirmary and he'll say, I guess it did not go to plan.
Mission successful.
That was success was the plan. It went to plan, sort of.
Except you're not supposed to be over there, remember? We have breached the treaty.
Well,
They did so first.
We should remain unidentified at this point, I believe. I am confident.
You can see the governor's a little bit concerned. He says, well, I hope nothing comes of it. Perhaps we can bribe the Picts with some food and goods.
Tell them all they saw were demons and a Pict.
We can at least point out which village it was, so we know that it was. Damn it, I forgot the name.
Wolf Village.
Wolf Village, right?
Yeah, that's
Because
valuable
we did
intel.
not actually know that before when we left. So we can tell them that it was Wolf Village. It was one of the satellite villages of Wolf Village, and
we know where it's at now.
they know somebody hit them, but they don't know who it was. Now, they may suspect it was us, but they shouldn't have any actual evidence to that. And as Baldur pointed out, they did do it first.
Well, the girls are safe. He looks down at Dua. Treya's obviously not here. She was uninjured.
She might be here, checking on her friend. Might not. She might have already bailed. Said peace out.
Maybe she doesn't like her all that much.
Dua is covered in bandages and such. He says, will she
Her
survive?
hit points haven't been adjusted. It should be at 13 now instead of 15. She's
says,
very strong.
Will she survive?
Her
I can't
career
answer
may
that.
not.
Ah,
What sort of reaction? Someone roll a reaction roll for the governor. I want to see how he reacts to Dua. We'll take the first one. Well, doesn't
Well,
matter.
both of them are 4.
Or
He says, she's taking up a soldier's bed. Soon as she can. I want her out of here. She's not our responsibility. And who is she? She was one of Tiberius's whores.
I was going to
Have
say we could probably send for him.
summon for him and have him take care of her. She's not our responsibility.
Can Penchus try to fast talk him to change his mind?
Diplomacy, probably.
That would be a diplomacy.
Or diplomacy?
What's your angle?
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, that's probably not the best move.
well, it's probably also to say that our goal was to get Dua out of there unharmed and back to Tiberius unharmed. So it might be in our best interest.
Well,
to
this was
clear
an
up as much as
unsanctioned
possible.
mission. The governor.
So
The
Okay,
Penchus
thing
will
wasn't
say,
on the table.
Penchus will say, Governor, compassion is a good indication of leadership, and you're a good leader.
Wow. 60/6. He says, very well. She can stay here longer. But if her bed is needed by one of ours, then she has to go.
Very well, sir.
In any case, we'll summon Tiberius to come and take care of her, or at least pay for her upkeep. We're not a charity here.
Now, remind me, if I'm not mistaken, we actually got this mission from somebody else.
Yes, you got
That
it
was
from
Fort
Fort.
Quanyara.
Yes, you were.
From Magneto.
Yeah, you were asked to investigate Tiberius's issue, and then you took it upon you. You managed to find one, then you took it upon yourself to go on a rescue mission for the other two. So it wasn't an authorized mission. It wasn't like handed down from these guys. You didn't have to do it. You took it upon yourself to do it, and it was just okayed by the governor.
So we can send word back to Quanyara and let them know that the mission is complete. And since we're already sending word to Tiberius, he will know, and that will be the lot of them.
Well, you can send it back to the guy at Quanyara, but he didn't really care. He didn't want to report. He just wanted you to look into it. And
Right, but we care because he needs to know that we succeeded.
okay,
Everyone
want-
needs
you
to
want
know
some
we
rep.
succeeded. Everyone needs to know we succeeded,
Except the Picts.
including the Picts.
this guy, Commandant Stormson.
Young Magneto.
Okay, a week will pass. During that week, is there anything that your characters particularly want to do? Those of you that are in the infirmary can stay in the infirmary.
Penchus is going to recharge the spells he cast. He's going to be taking a lot of extra time for his future attachment rolls.
Well, you will only be able to do that in your free time. Since you're not injured, you're still on the clock. So every now and then you'll be sent out, doing your daily job.
So we need to make 7 health checks if we're injured.
I'm going to assume that you succeed.
Right. Well, I'm definitely getting the hell out of here.
Yeah. Berenike will be focused on recovery, but he's also not going to want to stay there any longer than he absolutely has to.
Gonna have to apologize to Dua for scaring her when I looked like a monster.
So with the amount of time it took Balder and Berenike to heal up, I was able to heal up Kudo too.
Nope,
Yeah.
he turned into a monster and ate you.
So that's going to be 7 days. So you can recover 7 hit points.
Yep.
And of course, you can recover all your fatigue.
No. Yep. 6.
All right. So Dua is positive, and she's above 1/3. she's no longer going to be as pretty as she used to be.
Scars are awesome.
Her value as a whore has probably dropped a few percentage points. But she hasn't been cast, so it doesn't matter. She doesn't have a character sheet. During that time, those of you that are not in the infirmary, I will get you to make a vision-based perception roll.
Vision-based?
Vision-based perception. This doesn't apply to Kudo. Over the course of that week, you have heard rumours beginning to spread through the fort of a flying creature seen, flying over Konajihara, so the region, and this word of this has been circulated from different places in the region. So people have seen it over near Velitrium. Some have seen it at the fort. Some of the farmsteads have reported seeing the same. It is a large sort of winged creature seen flying over. Those of you that have made your perception rolls get to actually see it.
Excellent.
The dragon might be appropriately up. Oh, well, that might be up enough.
So you've never seen it up close. You've only seen it at a distance, as it's sort of flown over. And this rumor is creating all sorts of superstition and stories, and people are getting worried and stuff like that because it's not a good sign. It's a bad omen.
Is that really an omen? I mean, if a tiger's outside your door, is that a bad omen?
I don't know, but people are superstitious. They'll take it as a sign of bad things. There have also been reports of increased activity from the Picts. The drumming has become a little bit more frequent, and is heard echoing through the night. After a week, do Boulder and Bernie remain in the infirmary to heal up full, or you're back on?
Out of there, I'm bored.
No.
So you're out?
Yep.
Okay, so being out, let me advance the calendar.
Presuming the merchant dude's going to have arrived by then.
Tiberius does arrive. He's a bit of a jerk. You'll see that he gets into an argument with Dua, saying that she's not valuable to him anymore.
Balder's not having any of that crap. He's going to go over there and put his hand on the dude's shoulder and say, "Behave."
He looks at you and sort of...
Very brave.
He says, of course, I will still have her in my service. I just mean she is not going to be as... Well, I won't be able to make as much. The men will have an issue. But he looks at you and you can see he's clearly intimidated by Balder. And he says, but I'll continue to look after her. Don't worry. Don't worry, Northman.
We'll check.
So, calendar advances.
I think the flying demon's coming for you, Baron EK.
And over the course of that time, Kurgan and Materius,
right? We need to
are even hairier.
We need to find a shaman or somebody that can reverse that crap.
Okay, so the question at this point is it noticeable enough that we're starting to realize that there's actually a problem?
Yes. You already suspected because you saw what happened. People are starting to notice as well, and they're saying, what's the go with Kurgan and Materius? So
All right,
people are starting to notice and ask questions.
At that point, people could ask around about the whole. Did we actually identify those as Wendigo?
I don't think you did.
If anybody did, it would have been a Pentius. It's possible he could do some research into that.
Does Apentius have research?
I sure do.
Give me a roll.
So we just need to grab Kurgan and Materius, knock them out, tie them up, bundle them up in a bag, and throw the bag with stones into the river, right?
That will
And
cure
if
them.
And if they float, they're a witch.
Alright, so research maximum time is +5, so that would be a succeed by 6. So over the course of the week, you're studying books. You've made a trip to Velitrium. You've asked around there, and you've managed to work out that it appears that they may be Wendigos.
All right.
Or they will
Good
become
stuff.
Wendigos. So they
Bag, ropes and stones.
Did I find any cure?
no, there's no known cure, but there are stories that only Wendigos are curses created by the Picts, which is meta is false, but that's what the general belief is. They're curses created by Pict shamans, and it's only Pict shamans that can remove the curse. That may
All
not
right, so
that may not be factual, but
So
Do we know?
Velitrium-
Do we know of a Pict village nearby that's friendly enough that has a shaman?
There are none.
none of
Fear
the
attack.
Picts are friendly.
So is Velitrium the largest city or whatever in this area?
Scandaga or Scandaga.
Does it have like temples? Are there like priests we could seek out? who might be
There
able
are
to-
some priests. There is temples for Mitra at both Velitrium and Scandaga. There is also it's not a temple, but it's like a church in the fort itself. So a place of worship where the fort priest will have services for those that follow Mitra.
would my occultism or thaumatology assist me in better finding a possible cure outside of a shaman?
Bag, rocks, water.
You can make assumptions. All the information that you've managed to find suggests that it's a curse of some sort, or a possession by the spirit of the Wendigo, which is, you could possibly do an exorcism. So there's things that you can try, but you don't have any like concrete other than the curse is created by Pict shamans. Only Pict shamans can remove it.
Well, is the local chaplain, for lack of a better word, able to pull off something like that, or is that something we have to seek out more professional help for?
Well, the local chaplain is not magical or anything like that. He's just a mundane priest. You would have to actually find someone that is magical in nature to remove curses. I suppose you could ask him to do an exorcism, but
Could a Pentius,
I don't know if you want to make that sort of public, that you have some cursed, demon spawn within the fort.
2, not 1. That's why I'm voting for the bag and the rocks and the rope. Kurgan can volunteer.
If you guys just want me to recreate the character, I will. If
What are
that's
you
what you
talking
want.
about?
You're saying bag. You just want to dump me in the river and kill off my character.
Not just you.
I will just re-roll up the character if that's what you
Materius
want.
as well.
I mean, this is unfortunately we're a tech level 3. I personally am selfless, so I would probably go to the father in the fort and say, "Hey, something's going on with me. I don't know what. Can you help?"
Could Apentius's necromancy path help in any way?
After he's dead and you bring him back.
Removing a curse. What path would that? Actually, it's not a curse. It's a possession. So I'm not sure what sort of banish. It would be banish.
It's a good point. I didn't think about Impentius maybe being able to research a way to do it himself.
Yeah, so necromancy has to deal with the undead, of course.
So I'm not sure what sort of paths would be related to banish.
Well,
banish
necromancy
would
would
be
deal with ghosts and spirits, and it was the
No.
Wendigo spirit possessing us. So that is the
Necromancy doesn't
undead.
necessarily have to do with spirits, but that kind of depends on the way the path is written up.
Transfiguration. I'm looking at the incantation. They have augury. Wait, you said necromancy. I didn't see necromancy. Oh, there it is. Duh. They have arcanum, which is spells, mana, and the creation of magical arts. They have augury, which is the past, the future, fate, and chance. They have demonology, which is demons and angels. Mesmerism, which is the mind of sapient beings.
Under demonology, it does now say, now it says sense demonology. It says, if a person, place, or thing is cursed or blessed. So maybe there's something under demonology.
Yeah, destroy demonology, banish angels or demons.
Yeah, control demonology is the removing of a possessing entity.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. Cool.
All right, so that's something that we can look into outside of game. But moving on, so the week has passed. There's these rumors going around. People are getting a little bit nervous. Activity of the Picts has picked up, but there is a lot of talk about this dark creature that's seen flying around, and yeah, people are worried. You guys will be out on patrol, so you're still injured at this point. Dua will be, she's well enough to be moved, so Tiberius, you see, reluctantly takes her and will head back to Velitrium.
And I'm absolutely going to have to go there and double check.
But yeah, he's been suitably intimidated by Balder and wasn't going, or didn't ditch her, at least in Balder's presence.
Which is why I have to go to Velitrium and find out if he did ditch her. Then I might be upset.
Does Kurgan or Mitrius have any more stat changes coming out?
Not at this point.
Elongated jaw.
Elongated ears.
Right?
Prehensile toes.
Just the lower jaw, by the way.
Oh, that sucks.
So far you've had benefits. Your next round of stuff is going to be the detriments.
Body odor.
No, he already had that.
Berserk.
I am perfectly fine with you attacking me in the middle of combat because that go, okay, he's turned evil. Gonna have to put him down.
All right, so you will be out on patrol.
Where are we patrolling?
You will be in the region before Fort Tuscelan. In the region from Fort Tuscelan to Scalp Creek. So,
Right.
somewhere in that region. The exact location's not super important. Find my place in notes. Is there anything else that you wanted to do during that week's special preparations? Your food supply of rations was 3 days worth of stuff that you were when you were out.
I think we had a week.
So you can scratch off 3 days.
Oh, right, gotcha. 3 more days.
3 more days from whatever you have.
So 9. Got it.
Of course, you can get resupplied and stuff as needed.
If we're on patrol, we got resupplied.
So, in the distance, I'll get perception rolls from people. I'm just looking for who succeeds by the most.
Try and
Perception
sure there's
rolls.
a song or a joke or something about in the distance.
Connection lost.
Hello.
Get
Connected.
in.
All right, I'm back. Can people hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Looks like
Right.
all
So
you guys got disconnected.
yeah, because you quit on us.
I didn't like you guys anyway.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, we're all you got.
Just get everyone to reconnect and I'll reshare maps and stuff.
You were just about to reveal the final clue and the amount of our treasure. Ah! Damn dice color went away again.
Damn it! My dice color went away.
Hey, maybe we should have went back to. Maybe we can now go back to those burial mounds.
Go back across Black River. It's breaking the rules. You're breaking the rules, breaking the rules.
We're rule breakers.
All right, everyone back in.
Thunderbirds are go.
Perception rolls from everyone.
This forest seems familiar.
Any vision based? Anything else? Discriminatory smell?
It is vision based, so you can add acute vision. It's not really relevant. I'm just looking for the highest roll.
I rolled a 15, so mine's the highest.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Alright, looks like a Pentius. Alright, so while you're out on patrol doing your usual thing, in the distance, or not too far distant, you'll spy a prison wagon.
Ooh, perfect. We can throw Kurgan and Materius in it.
It
And only
is
bring them out when
traveling.
we need them.
Give me an IQ roll, Pentius. Alright, so it is a little bit unusual. It occurs to you that it's unusual that this is actually traveling off the roads and stuff. So someone is deliberately trying to be unnoticed. The prison wagon is heading to the east, but it is off the road. You can see, of course, the one driver. There appears to be some people in the back, and there are some other people around. You can't make out. You're too far to see, if they're Picts or, soldiers or whatever. That's too far.
Okay, I relay this to the team.
Let's go say hello.
But it is certainly unusual.
I'm curious. I want to go investigate. In fact, I'm just going to start heading in that direction without saying anything.
well, we are on patrol. We're supposed to check these things out, I guess.
All right, so you will get closer.
Oh no, the dog is talking. Kurgan says as he's readying his bow.
How are you approaching? Are you going to sneak, or are you going to reveal yourself?
I was just going to walk up there.
Yeah, no need to
I'm not
flash
really,
them.
I am not
Yeah.
attempting to sneak. Oh no.
Why is it a combat map?
It's not a combat map.
It's a question. Oh, it's a combat map.
It looks an awful lot like a combat map. And those horses are giants.
Are actually. Oh no, they're not. 3 hexes. So they're only a little bit too big.
That is 4 hexes.
Do you include the tail? Isn't a
Well, you
horse
include
3
the
hexes?
ass.
They just have big with swishy tails.
Actually, yeah, they are. They are too big. Too bad. These are big horses.
Wow.
They've been eating
Those are
their
very
veggies.
large horses.
I like them. Maybe I can ride it.
This is going to create some script errors, unfortunately.
Here come the script errors, everybody.
Is that like a dungeon creature? The script error?
It is. All right, so you will approach. You're not sneaking or anything like that. You will see that there are a bunch of dudes in armor. You assume that they're probably soldiers or mercenaries or fighting people. You have the driver, and in the back of the prison wagon is a woman. She is like, her attire suggests that she's probably one of the farmsteaders. She's accompanied by a young girl, aged maybe early teens, sort of 13, 14, 15. There is an old man. So these are all, they look like farmsteaders, so they're Aquilonian or migrants of some sort. And there is one other that is sort of, you can see they're laying down.
So they're in the prison.
They're in the prison wagon, yes. So a woman, a teenage girl, an old man, and one other, which you can't really see from your advantage point. You'd have to get up close.
Well, we're
How
getting
many
up
guards?
close.
How will you approach? Front,
Just
side?
walking right up. Depends on
Front.
their orientation where we spotted them.
Well, you can approach from whatever direction you wish.
Random then.
Yeah, approach from the front so I can take out the horses if I have to.
Or we can go from the front. Front works.
All right, so position yourself as you would when you reveal yourself. I think everyone's there. 1, 2, 3. No.
And a Picts somewhere.
We are being neither stealthy nor threatening.
Okay. That's funny. The encounter thing didn't remember the position of the soldiers.
So it is an encounter. Oh, look, and they're hostile.
Do we recognize any symbols on them?
No. But keep in mind, there's no sort of, there's a lot of ununiformed, people around. Most of the mercenaries have their own armor. There are some sort of regular Aquilonian troops. I think they're Aquilonian dragons is the name. There are, plenty of those, but there's a lot of mercenaries which get around in whatever. These guys are not in uniform and appear to be getting around in whatever. So you don't know if they're affiliated with the military here or they are just randoms. Okay, so as you emerge, you will surprise them since they are deliberately taking steps to not be noticed. The soldiers will take a moment and this guy here at the front, number 1, he will just shout, "Kill him."
Well, that's sort of that answers our reaction then, eh?
The driver will sort of, at your sight, before there was even an order to kill you, the driver has dismounted and is fleeing for his life.
That's an odd reaction.
And then soldiers attack.
Dun, dun, dun.
That is probably a good place to leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can play through a few rounds and then just pick up the combat later, depending on what you want to do. You might want to run away.
If we wait, we can get Materius player back in here.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Then we shall leave it here.
Dun, dun, dun. It's always
Materia should
easier
be
when
healed
they-
by now, right?
How much did he need to heal?
Yeah, it's like down 1. Yeah, of course he is.
Yeah, he would have healed up everything.
It's always easier to, it's like, how do we approach this? When they go, attack, we go, oh, okay, that's how we approach it.
That does make it simple.
Let me see. I want to try and resize these things.
Oh.
Nah, doesn't matter.
While you're farting around there, I thought I'd point out, if you hadn't noticed, Dungeons and GURPS YouTube channel. If you haven't seen that, some dude I guess he put together a new YouTube channel. He's been putting a lot of videos out lately. They're usually pretty short though, but just random how to do D&D stuff in GURPS.
Is he the gent with a fairly heavy accent?
He does have a fairly heavy accent.
Good. Yeah, I've seen some of those.
Dungeons and GURPS, 409 subscribers.
Yeah, something like that. I put him on the
410.
I linked him on the YouTube channel for us, but I figured I'd give him a shout anyway. Good work, dude.
Cool. All right, so that will be 2 points.
2 points.
I am absolutely going to spend my 2 points by improving my hit points by 1. It's start
Right.
marching.
I was thinking about taking hard to kill.
Those of you that got eaten by the swarm, you're going to have some interesting scars. Little bite marks everywhere.
Yeah.
Chick stick scars.
Indeed.
Yeah, speaking of, I don't know why that came up. It's there was I can't remember if I played in a D&D game that did this, or if I read it, where it's like this. There was a house rule where if you went into the negatives, or you went unconscious, you would get a facial scar, and that would improve your charisma. But that only worked once, and then every time after that, it lowered your charisma. I have no idea why that had come to mind.
I think that was before my time.
Cool. So we get to start next week with killing some idiots and rescuing some more people. Maybe keeping their horses.
We should probably make a note of your troops' reputation.
Yeah.
Did we start something like that?
I don't believe we did here.
We have
the nearest thing I can think of was the Shadowrun thing, but we don't exactly have factions.
You don't have factions, but your group will have a rep which will add for +1 to various reaction rolls and stuff like that. Pulling off the mission to save these ladies across enemy lines, and discovering some intel that's going to be stories are going to be spreading.
At great personal risk for little personal reward. Yeah. Now there ought to be some kind of mechanic available for that, just to make that a little easier.
Is there anything in like pulling rank or social engineering for that sort of stuff?
No, I've not seen anything like that. That might actually make a decent book to do something with reputation specifically. No, I was just wondering if maybe there might be something in Dungeon Fantasy somewhere. It sounds like a thing they might do.
Well, I will consider that you have a +1 rep for the group. People are talking, and you're becoming heroes.
Maybe that's a thing you should put on the wiki. We need a company page.
Need to do that symbol. Need to do a nice version of that.
Yeah, that's right. Where was that? I have to dig it back up.
I've got
Should
it
be
here
in
somewhere.
images.
No, that's right. We did put it on the we did
That
it
one.
on the boards.
So I guess if you're feeling creative, you
work
could do
that up.
something. And we'll create a note for your rep.
Well, we do have a note already with the squad name, so we could probably just use that. Maybe change that from squad name to just squad.
Done. So it'll be a +1. At this point, I'm going to assume it's going to be just recognized by people of the fort.
Can you turn that into a button? Actually have it clickable?
Which one?
The rep. I mean, you could
Oh, to do it
I
like a
know
modifier.
the syntax to make it a modifier, but how would you click it to apply it from the sheet, or would you have to actually move it out of the sheet in order to make it work?
Well, it would be a reaction modifier.
Yeah, but in this case, it's in one place rather than me having to copy it down. Not important, just random thought.
So you mean a modifier that you can click on in the note?
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me drag a modifier.
Because those are typically just text.
No, it doesn't allow it. But probably do it as a link.
What happens if you drag a modifier out of the modifiers thing and stick it in there?
I just tried that. Didn't work.
Oh, did you? Okay. Well, never mind. We're dragging this out anyway.
Yeah, stop it.
Yeah, doing a link doesn't work either.
Yeah, well.
Right.
All right.
At any rate.
So, unless there's anything else, we're almost exactly on time. But
We successfully vamped.
if you are watching this and have any questions, suggestions, corrections, or general hecklings, feel free to leave a comment or find us on Discord. Thank you for watching. Olympus out.
Bye.